That. And we're good. So we are live. Today we're doing a one shot because we had some player not be able to come in for the campaign of Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. And so I threw together this one shot, I did it with love and patience. I created this one shot in which the characters, just to mix it up a little bit, this is the 13th year, the 13th month of the 13th year. And it's the 13th day. Why not? Since you started off the other one, the 7th month of the 7th year, 7th day. And that means it's been dark. It's been dark for a while now. That is no sun at all. You're looking at just the moons are pretty much the only natural light that you're getting. During this time of year, most people pretty much lay low. Time of year, this 13 months of darkness. Obviously the farmers and stuff aren't farming. The hunting groups still go out there, and caravans still move product from place to place because people need supplies. Unfortunately, you all have been one way or the other, whether you're from here or not. You've all been living in this town near Brigands Bay, and you haven't got supplies in a bit. And the old lady, it's always an old lady, the seer in the town, has been reading the bones as they do, and she believes that a creature that hasn't been seen for about 5 years may be active again. This creature was known to raid the caravans and murder all that it could. It would take away bodies. It often left loot, which made people think it was a wild animal. But it just seemed the way that no matter what the caravan guards would do, they seemed to not be able to sneak past this thing. So it clearly has some kind of intelligence. There was a man who arrived in town maybe a week ago that was beaten and bruised, who claims he was part of a caravan that was raided in the middle of the night by creatures, in the plural, who came in the night. And then the seer now has predicted that there's an old shrine of Taktaka, I think that's it, who is the spider goddess. You guys probably know that. This shrine has not been, it's from pre-Green Death. And that's really the only building or the only place that's up there to seek refuge in this mountain chain where these attacks are happening. And since she saw a vision of spiders, you have been recruited, the good people that you are, to head out and destroy this scourge. They don't have any money to pay you. It's a small town. You all have been kind of living here, but in normal adventuring contract, whatever you find you can keep. But all they really want is this thing dead. Along with the 4 of you, they're sending along 8 kind of warriors, like young warriors, to assist, which I will send. So each of you can control 2 of them. I'll put their stats in the chat so you guys can have that information, I guess. And basically, you're heading out. At night, I guess it's always night. To head towards this mountain. It's going to be about a 2-day journey, you think? Yeah, so while I'm getting this together for you guys, let's go ahead and intro the characters. You guys can tell us a bunch of characters and maybe what they're thinking or why they would take on this task, and we'll kind of go from there. So I will start with Kenneth.
You see before you a tall Amazonian woman named Eudoxia Alexiadoros. She has flaming red hair. She's got rippling muscles, and she's a ranger. She favors the bow, and that's about all I have for her right now.
We'll find out as it goes along, I guess, right? How about Nikki?
You see a man, he's about 19 years old, he's 5'11", bearded, he's got a quarterstaff. He and this is Gobias. He's an illusionist. He is the town mortician, and through that cycle, he's realized that life is an illusion and death is an illusion, and that's what drove him to seek out illusory magic. He's a follower of Lunaqua, as she is a deity that deals with things like cycles and time and renewal, which is all part of his wheelhouse, dealing with illusions, life, and death. And
Excellent.
so yep, that's him.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I think that's good for him for now.
Got more to say? Also, so, well, hold on, I'm just going to hit record here too, just in case this gets screwed up in the posting. Yeah, so, I mean, it's probably for the last little bit, you guys have noticed that, I mean, you would know as a follower of Lunaqua that the moon's been pretty much your only light for the last few years anyways. I mean, probably a good portion of your life, depending on how old you are. As we've been in darkness for, at least 5 years or so. Not complete darkness, but it's been getting darker and darker. And Tony.
The short, squat Eskimo from the coastal area that you see stands about 5'1", very short, but very heavy and squat built and stout. He's got very wiry, unruly hair and unruly beard. His name is Manitok. He's carries a sword and a short bow. And at hearing that what's going on in this, he's interested to see what the cause of the troubles are as he's taking on going with this group of people. He's young and not too feisty, really. He's pretty quiet, but we'll see how the Eskimo name is Manitok. See how he does with his broad beard and see if any of this plain or coastal area stuff comes in handy. That is Manitok.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, you guys are pretty close to the shore. Unfortunately, you're heading in the opposite direction, but you never know. And Crystal.
Walking with this group clad in scale armor, a large shield tied to her back with an embroidery or just like a basic painting with the symbol of Apollo is Rusea Veltos. She is a new paladin seeking out to slay this evil, to bring glory to Apollo, and to perhaps sort of prove herself to the temple acolytes. And yeah, that's basically all there is about her. She paladin,
Okay. Yeah, I know paladins. You know how they are. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're an interesting, kind of a diverse group and the most skilled people in the village currently. These other warriors that are assisting you are all kind of young, with armed with spears and kind of looking to you for guidance, basically. I forgot to check the temperature today. Oh no, hold on. Well, not 5, 2 of them. Okay, so 1. Oh man, okay. It is currently about a -5. So it is so cold. However, it's not snowing. So as you kind of pile on the furs and head off into the mountain range towards this temple, where you've got pretty decent instructions on how to get there. Nobody's worshipped at this temple in a long time. What you would know is that there's been many attempts to kind of by the followers of Taklapa to kind of bring it back, but it's so remote that whenever they've sent people up there, they just kind of they can't get the people to come on the pilgrimages, so they seem to just leave it. And insofar as it's been maybe 15 years since anybody's really ventured up this way, but the path, of course, was hundreds of years old, so it's pretty well cut as you are heading in that direction. So Is there anything in particular you want to do besides just kind of march your way towards the? Did you want to do anything in town first, or any preparation, or you just going for it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing special. Go ahead.
I can't think of anything.
No, we have all the information we need, right?
Right, you have a pretty good idea of where it is. I mean, you've never been there personally. Probably nobody in the town ever has, but you kind of know how to get there. It's essentially into the mountains and up through the passes, which you know is fairly dangerous. But of course, you're mighty warriors, right? So this should not be a problem. And you know that you don't know what this creature is, but you know that it creature or creatures, but you know that it needs to be slain. And I mean, what other information do you need? You've got a week's worth of food, we'll say. You know, in packs, you're walking because they don't. They're more likely to risk you than they are the livestock that's during this part of the year, because it's hard to to breed new horses in the dark. Interestingly enough, people have no problem breeding in the dark. So, yep, go ahead.
Just asking real quick to make sure. So you said it's Telnuka that is the temple?
Yep, yeah, spider goddess. Talk. She's
witchcraft. Ugh.
Yeah, she's neutral. You know, many people of various types, mostly Ixians and Picts are the primary worshippers of her. But possibly our mortuary guy. You might have some info, since she's also associated with death.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. So you know, you may have yes, you may have some info. It's one of those things, you know, dreams, fate, those kind of things. So you know. Certainly not, even though people may think, oh, it's a spider goddess. It's just like, oh, but you know, she's not evil or anything. It's a neutral god, because death comes for everyone. Yeah. So you guys are heading off. Go ahead, Kenneth, and roll a d6 for me.
3.
3. Oh, perfect. All right, yeah. So you are able to make really good time. It is cold. So, because it's so cold today, you're all going to have to make a test of Constitution. And if you fail, then you will take some temporary redemption. Oh, Tony, I forgot to say, since I made your character, you should have max hit points. I don't think you had max hit points.
Okay. And I just
Yeah, so-
passed 2 out of 6 on my contest.
Okay.
Yeah. As a ranger, I have wilderness survival. Is this something I need to worry about?
Yeah, you can still get cold.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yep, I passed with a 2.
I got a 4,
Nice.
so I did not.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the Amazonians are, you know, probably used to the warmer weather. You probably should be wearing that bikini armor. So you can just roll it yourself. Yeah, take a D4 temporary damage. You would know, though, as a ranger, that once you get around to fire and relax, you'll get it back. So just make a note of it. Okay. If you end up in a combat before you get it back, obviously you're hurt, but a night around the fire will be fine as long as you're able to do that. And luckily, of course, you're a ranger, so that's good. As you're heading through this, really, the bitterness of the cold is really starting to eat at you, and or some of you, and just as you're kind of coming into maybe like about 6 hours of marching and you're getting ready to start to, I guess actually everybody roll for your you each have 2 of these henchmen too, so roll for them as well if you don't mind. They all have 11 in con, it looks like. So that would be. Oh, I don't have
They
my
both
screen
failed,
up.
so a D4 temporary
Yeah,
damage.
D4. Yeah, it won't kill them, but if they drop to 0, then well, they can't morph one. Yeah, then they'll be like, you'll have to carry them basically.
Both of mine fell as well.
Yeah, these guys are.
How many hit points do they have?
They have. It says in the chat.
Oh, okay.
6.
I think 6. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, just make a note of that.
1 failed, 1 succeeded.
Okay. Yeah. And you're just as this like bitter cold is starting to snap in, and some of your henchmen, and
Uh,
also yep.
You said they take a D4 a D4 temporary hit points.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you could just roll 1d4 temporary hit points.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So as this kind of bitter cold is snapping in, and especially some of the henchmen, and also your Amazonian friend there is getting beat a little bit. I'll get the name by the end of this, I'm sure. Edosia? We'll call her Lexi. No, is Lexi the Amazonian?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, Lexi. So yeah, you're starting to be like, oh, my toes are cold, guys. And just as you are, maybe you're thinking, oh, we should be traveling, another couple hours before we rest. But I'm already kind of eyeballing campsites. A snowstorm starts to come in. So you, because you have a ranger with you, it's not actually going to be a problem getting a campsite going and a fire. However, everybody will need to make one more test of con because the snowstorm coming in is going to be pretty devastating.
Test of con.
Yeah, so same thing for everybody.
Even for the henchmen?
Yep, everybody.
All right. They both failed
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, both of mine failed.
Oh my God, I'd have put one of them at -2.
Okay, yeah, I mean, he can't progress any further. Yeah, he's the snow's coming down, and the first henchman drops.
Yep, one of my guys is dead.
Yeah, well, they're not dead. They're just
Well,
they can't
yeah.
progress. Yeah, they're basically unconscious. Yeah, so you won't be able to continue. You'll have to set up a camp here, unless because you won't be able to carry these guys. Really, that's a lot of burden to take. So you didn't quite get as far as you want to the first day as the snow comes in and the ranger helps set up a camp. By morning, though, everybody's going to have this back because you'll set a fire or whatever. However, that's assuming nothing happens during the night. So, is there anything special y'all want to do while you're kind of camped up? You find some fir trees or whatever and get underneath to make some shelter from the snow as it comes down, and kind of anything special the ranger's doing there, Alexi's doing? Yeah.
I would say that, just kind of keeping an eye out, being on guard, I guess.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you guys, you like I said, you're able to having somebody with you like a ranger makes life a lot easier. So, you're able to through even though Lexi's probably cold as hell, she's like, quick, get the wood. You're able to drag your two kind of worn down compatriots and gather around the fire. Of course, whoever is negative won't be able to do anything if tonight at all. But the rest of the people can take shifts on watch or whatever. As it would be. I guess just to make life easy, we'll just do 4 watches. Do you have a particular order you want to go in, or you just want me to go down the line?
I don't care where I go.
Yeah.
Rizea
if I just
will
go-
take whatever's happy with her, or whatever everyone else.
Okay.
Both
I
of
mean,
my
if nobody
henchmen are
cares.
down.
Yeah, if nobody cares, then I'm just going to go Lexi, Tobias, Uzia, and Manatuk, because that's the order I have them here. Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Yep.
Can I say something real quick?
Of course, you can always say something.
So I named my henchmen. Just name them,
Mhm.
give them names, so I'll know. And one of them is named Zanzan. I just rolled the name randomly. His name is Zanzan. I like it.
I like that.
Okay. That is a pretty good name, actually. Obviously, let's hope that you don't die and you have to start playing Xanthan.
Yeah.
This is why we don't name henchmen. No, that's cool. Yeah,
Probably
you
true.
certainly-
But
yeah, you can
I'm
name
a
them if
paladin.
you want them.
I'm a paladin.
Yeah.
I got to know my henchman's name.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You 100% can name them if you want. I will absolutely not remember their names. All right, so let's do this. Let's see if anything happens tonight. Yeah, you get roll a d12, Kenneth. Since you're the ranger.
7.
Yeah, you get a lot of snow. You get about 7 inches of snow over the night. which is a decent amount. You're in the forest. As you kind of get up, and it's night, so it's always dark. So you're probably actually traveling when the moon's out. You guys start to break camp. You're rested. Everybody gets those temporary hit points back. As you start to kind of move around and you're collecting stuff and breaking down the camp, you see that in the outskirts of the camp that there was some animal activity, but nothing that would nothing that seemed dangerous. Things like deer and stuff like that maybe scouted by, but nothing that would be problematic, for you guys as you get up and start traveling the second day. You are a little bit behind, but let's see what happens for you today. Nikki, go ahead and roll a d6.
Okay. 5.
5. Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys are traveling, feeling refreshed. Xanthan and the other henchmen, that's the only name I'll remember now, are feeling, good about themselves. They're kind of with you. And you hear, whoever's kind of leading the party, most likely the ranger, you hear like brush snapping and clearly a group of men and women, people, in the distance. You don't know how close they are, but they're certainly not being extra quiet, even though, you are kind of in the forest, so you just hear like some branches snap and then you hear some conversation. They seem to be talking in the common tongue. They are, let's see if you even see them because you're in a forest. I mean, they're pretty far away, you think, and they're not directly on course with you. Let's say you're heading north, and like you could just, well, actually, you're technically heading east. You're heading east. They're kind of towards the northeast. So you could, if you just keep going the way you are, you'll likely miss them. But if you want to interact with them, you could head in that direction. That kind of comes up to you guys.
Did you say we could see them?
You can't currently see them because of how thick the brush is, but they're pretty close. I mean, they're within maybe a few hundred yards. They're just through the trees, so you can't really see them. Also, it's considerably warmer today. It's like about 5-6 degrees.
All right, Ruzea will speak up and say, "Do you all hear that? Perhaps we should go investigate these voices."
Yes, I can hear it. If you'd like to, my lady.
Yes, they could be on the way to our village or from another local source, or they could be with the temple itself.
It's possible they have more information. I think you're wise. I will accompany you.
All
I shall
right,
go. Well.
Zanzan, Kane, with me, and Ruzea will begin to go that way. Well, actually, if the ranger is going to go, then Ruzea will follow the ranger because it'd be better.
Yes, moving. She would go, first, I would think, and moving silently, sneak closer to where the voices are.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you can move up slightly ahead of your group, which is a little bit more clumsy. In general, wearing armor and such. And you kind of pop through some trees, and you can actually see a group of men. There's 6 of them, 6 people, three men and 3 women. They are the 2 of the women seem like pretty young. I mean, you're all young too. Like they're like maybe like 14 years old. So they're like just above children. And they have with them 4 hunting dogs. And they've got bows, so they look like they're hunting, and they're dressed not in armor, but in really really fine furs. Like you can tell that they've got. They're likely either very wealthy merchants or nobles, from what you can from the distance that you're looking at, and they have no idea you're there. They're definitely not as skilled in the woods as you are.
Okay. I would sneak back to my friends and tell them what I saw, and ask them if they want to interact with them, or should we avoid them?
Simple hunters, you say? Well, perhaps we should just go ahead and continue along our way.
You've been silent, Manitok. Any thoughts, my fierce friend?
Yeah, when you ask the Manitok, he just looks, he listens to what the ranger and the paladin say, and he goes, I will do whatever decision you all make, but I think it probably would be best we just proceed our own way. And if we do encounter them later, maybe we can exchange information, but we continue the way we are supposed to go, I think, also.
All right. I bow to the wisdom of a beard even greater than mine.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, if you want to try to avoid them, I mean, you would probably know to like hang out for a few minutes, let them kind of go to where they're going, and then once they're a bit of a distance away, you can continue through the woods. And yeah, they don't seem to notice you because you never hear from them again. At some point, later, maybe a half an hour, 45 minutes later, you hear the dogs barking like they're chasing down something, but you can tell by the sound of it that they've kind of moved off and they're a pretty good distance away from you at that point. As you continue to kind of move through the evergreen type forest, which is getting thinner and thinner, as you progress up into the mountains. And yeah, I think it's above 0 degrees, so you guys don't have any trouble with the weather. And you are able to set up camp again for a second night if you'd like. No matter what, even if you hadn't missed time yesterday, you figured that you would have got here tomorrow in the middle of the day, so you'll maybe get there a little bit later. But and when I say day, I mean just the hours of operation, because remember, it's completely dark all the time. Right, well, except for the moons. So was there anything special you guys wanted to do? Which are kind of making your way towards the temple?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We don't see anything strange at the campsite, no weird tracks. If I ask the ranger, you don't see anything. Just making sure.
No, I mean you find a site, and of course it's fresh snow, right? It snowed less than 24 hours ago, and you look and you make sure you're maybe off the trail. You're not on any game trails or anything, and yeah, you don't see much. I mean, it's the winter, so
Okay.
it is the 13th year is basically the dead of the winter. It's been winter for a year and a half, I think already. Like you're right in the middle of it, so yeah, there's very few animals out.
Lexi will point at some yellow snow and go by us and will say, "Don't eat that."
Sound advice, my lady. Sound advice.
Yeah, at this point, you're kind of up towards the lower parts of the mountains, and you find a nice kind of area to camp where there's essentially a mountain stream that's frozen over, so you smash it, with smash through it with your spears or clubs or whatever, to get fresh, cold spring water. And of course, you have food with you because there's pretty slim pickings otherwise to forage off the land, unless you want to hunt, but it doesn't seem like you really need to at this point. So if that's all, then I will see if anything else happens. You guys are getting lucky. Crystal, roll a d6.
All right, this is where we fuck it all up.
Yep, this is where it goes south.
I rolled a 3.
Of course you did. Oh, okay. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, it's actually a pretty pleasant night. It's gotten a lot warmer. I mean, not to say that like 5 degrees is warm, but compared to, -5, it's pretty significant difference. And this night is actually, you're feeling comfortable. You kind of hit your pace. You're able to find a good campsite. You're not as tired. You kind of get some warm food in you, firelight, and take your shifts. And yeah, you don't encounter anything too unusual. It's basically quiet winter mountain, and it doesn't snow either. So in fact, it is clear. So that it's probably going to be colder tomorrow. So you're doing your shifts. Anything in particular you want to do besides just kind of get rest or whatever? You think you're going to approach there tomorrow, so if there's any preparations you want to do, or
Pray to Apollo.
That's a good idea.
I will memorize.
Yeah, I guess it. Right, exactly. If you got spells, you
spell.
might as well remember.
I do get
Yeah.
one extra with an intelligence bonus, Daniel, just so you know.
Nice. That's always useful.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very good. You don't have a familiar, right? Because you're an illusionist. So.
Right, correct. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if nothing else, then the night goes by pretty much with no issues. It's colder the next morning. Let me just see how cold it is. Ooh. It's like -5 again. So you're traveling this next day, and it's like the clouds that dropped all that snow have moved on, and it just the sun not coming up, for a year, is just the heat of the ground just gets drawn up into the sky of no clouds. So everybody should make a test of con again as you're approaching the.
Another 2. Awesome.
Yes, you definitely want to make this one.
Cold is an illusion too.
It's still a D4.
Yeah, if you fail, yeah, a D4. And roll for all the henchmen as well.
Oh, the henchman. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah.
One of my
You know what
henchmen
henchmen-
failed.
Okay.
Ugh. Both of mine failed.
Yeah.
You guys are such wimps. Let's see. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, it is just bitter cold as you get higher and higher into the climb higher and higher up the mountain to get to where you're going essentially. And you're kind of passing between these like large boulders. You're not quite at the top of the mountain that you're climbing, but you kind of reached a bit of a plateau with like these large boulders. It almost feels like you're partially inside, which is good because you're getting a windbreak. But like at times you're like there's like the rocks are almost like leaning over each other, and you're kind of passing through. We know not much visibility really, but then when you can look out, you just see this like expanse of mountains going off in the direction that you're heading, like for miles and miles and miles. And then of course you look back and you see the forest kind of coated with snow. It's actually starting to snow a little bit back there again. You can actually it's not snowing where you are, but you can see it out there in the distance. You just see the snow falling in the clouds as you're kind of moving up. It's pretty majestic and quiet, very very quiet as the mountains are. And you kind of come through this pass, and you step out, and you see in front of you, some like 100 yards in front of you, the remains, the ruins of a temple. It's it doesn't look too big. It's probably about maybe 70-ish, 75 feet in diameter. The building. It is kind of it's a circle, and it's got a bit of a domed roof. The roof looks like partially collapsed. It seems to be sitting out on like almost like a pedestal of stone in a sense, like a mountain basically. And you can see that there's like a long bridge of stone that kind of reaches out to it. So you're kind of like at the edge of this bridge, and if you kind of walk out and look over the edge, you can see that there's a long fall, probably about 200 feet or more to the bottom. It's almost like this pillar of stone is risen from this from the ground, of some 200 feet tall, and sitting on top is this ancient temple. The doors of it are big double doors. They're closed. They're made of brass, and they've got like they're kind of got the green and the of time. They're the kind of clearly have not been polished in a long time, and you can see the markings above it carved into the stone, but partially fallen off of a large spider. Which would be the sign of the goddess Talaka, Taklanaka, something like that. And yeah, so it's a little precarious to get across this space. You can see that it's a stone, natural stone bridge. It looks like it's kind of broken up in areas, but it's it seems relatively serviceable. And actually, now I can use Roll20. I'm very excited to use Roll20. Let's see if I can make this work. Now I'm going to move you guys to.
Hey, Daniel, you
Yep.
said we're in the 13th year, right? 13th month?
Yep.
So, like, we're actually getting no daytime, right? Like, we're like,
That is one.
so
Yep.
even when you say it's day, like, it's still pitch black out.
That's
Right.
correct. I mean, well, you get the stars and the moon, so it's like when it's clear, it's bright-ish, and it's been like this now for, you're in the 13th month of the 13th year, so it's been zero sun for a year, and it's been nearly no sun. I mean, if you're young, if you're like in your teens, half your life has been primarily darkness. So it's not like you can see like it's nothing, but at the same time, you're kind of used to it. All right, so I think if you want to roll 20, I think I moved you to the map. Did I?
I see
Yeah, I
that.
did. Hey, we did it. I'm even using the fog of war thing. Pretty exciting, right? I think I am, anyways. I may not be. I'm not sure. I assume that I am. So yeah, you are on the other side of, like, you're not at where the number 2 is. You're basically about 100 feet over on the other side, and you can see that there's like a bridge there. The way they're showing it, it looks like it's completely broken, but it's not completely broken. There's like chunks of it that are missing. It's icy, and also, actually, Tony, roll percentile.
All right.
Let's see how windy it is.
If I can get them in my hands. 45.
45. Let's see. 45 is... Oh, I'm sorry. A D12. If you roll a D percentage, it'll definitely be windy.
D12. That is a 1.
Oh, well, that's good. +2 because of the time of year, so it's 3. It's actually calm. It's not actually that windy at all, which is good, I guess, because if you want to cross this bridge, it should be fairly easy. I mean, unless you're afraid of heights.
Is the bridge
So,
like when we walk up there, the bridge is going like towards where you have it blacked out? Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay,
In fact, what you can see in the blackout is on the other side of the bridge. You're basically coming from... I don't know. Can you... Oh, actually, I think I can touch on it, right? Oh, hold on. I have to do this. Oh. Daniel's going to learn how to do roll 20. There you go. You can see that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's where you are. You're not even there. You're like 100 feet further away, but you're over there. So yeah, you see that on the other side. That's why I'm only showing you part of the building, because you can only see the front of it.
So I guess we go across.
Seems
Yeah, I mean,
let's make our way across quickly.
oh yes, you approach. You come to kind of the edge of the bridge, and as you get there, you're kind of looking at it to see maybe the best way across. You can see it's definitely icy, and it's definitely like about a 200-foot drop. You can see, I should point this out, that if you were to climb, like, you could keep going like past where you are and kind of go down to that area below and then climb up the pillar. But you think that would take hours, and you need to use like spikes and stuff. So if you want to do that is an option, but it is a bit of a more... I'm not sure if you're equipped for it or not, since you're not a thief. But as you get closer, you hear very faintly at first, and then louder and louder, this like soft, like kind of like a hum that starts to get to a higher pitch and becomes kind of rhythmic as a song starts to wave through the air. And everybody can make a save versus spells. Is it spells? Yeah, spells.
Spell save. Okay.
Yeah. So save, and then if you have the bonus for the spells or whatever. You can apply your wisdom, I believe. Let me just quickly check it for you.
I failed.
Okay. Yeah, wisdom modifier is used.
Should all of our henchmen make one too?
Yeah, every henchman should make one. Yeah.
Okay.
Zan actually made it.
Nice. How about the other guy?
No, he failed. I failed as well. Rizea failed.
I failed as well.
Oh boy.
Everybody failed. And me.
I
How about,
passed.
how about...
Manifold
Nice, all right.
passed. One henchman failed and one passed.
Okay, so you're kind of because you guys are the heroes. You're kind of like not you become unaware kind of everything. Like if you failed, like you forget, you stop thinking about the cold. You kind of just arms just drop down to your side. You're just kind of like hearing this music and kind of like looking off. Like it's almost like you're having a daydream. It's the most beautiful thing you've ever heard in your life. As you hear this song, and the henchman. Every henchman that failed should make another save.
Oh, pass, nat 20.
Past 19.
Cool. Nice.
Nope.
Henchman failed. Okay. If your henchman failed, they start walking towards the bridge. Let's see. Just one henchman failed. How about Kenneth? How about your henchman?
They both passed.
Nice. Oh no. Okay. That one henchman that failed, the unlucky. Do you want to name him quickly? Nikki, do you want to name that one henchman that failed twice? Double failure.
You want me to roll one for you? I have the name. I haven't have the name chart up.
Oh, I just remember name Twos. I'll call him Twos. TOOS.
So Twos starts to walk forward, and he's just like walking, like you're all kind of, anybody who failed anyways, is kind of in a bit of a daydream. And as he starts to walk forward, he's not paying attention to where he's walking, and he starts to walk out on the bridge, and he just falls through one of the holes in the bridge. Doesn't even scream as his body just falls to the ground. Anybody who is not charmed by this, you see this clearly, and you immediately can tell that there's something crazy going on. So who is that? Basically, any characters that pass their saving throw, the first saving throw, what do you guys want to do? This all kind of happened really quick, and you just see Twos walk and fall off the side.
Manitok sees that, and he starts yelling at the rest of them. Well, pay attention. There's slippery ice, and get your senses back. What is wrong with you? He just starts yelling at the whole crowd.
Okay. So you're just yelling generic. Yep, go ahead.
Lexi's just kind of dancing around to the music.
You're the only one that passed. All right, so since you're just generically yelling, any henchmen who failed, go ahead and roll again for them.
Okay.
A nat 20 again. Wow.
Nice.
Oh, he passed that time. Whew.
My henchman failed this time, other henchman.
All right. Yeah, so right, any henchman that failed starts to walk again. So this is the Crystal's henchman. Oh, he walks, gets almost the full width of the bridge, and then just like the first one, he's not paying attention, just falls. Doesn't even scream. You just hear the body crash on the ground. Well, the people that are out of the loop here, too. And at that, oh god, out from the top of this thing, you see these hideous creatures fly. They're the top half of it, like probably like from like the torso, like just below the rib cage up, is the face of the body of a woman. You can tell because of the breast, but they're saggy and hanging and awkward and covered in scars and pockmarks. The face is just haggish and ugly. The hair is stringy. The bottom half below looks almost like some kind of carrion bird, and you can see the feathers and the claws at the bottom. And of course, they have large wings, and two of them fly out. You see them fly up, and they go and dive right down to where the bodies fell. And because they're not singing anymore, everybody suddenly kind of shakes their head, and you don't hear the music anymore for a second, and you're all kind of standing there.
Did Manitok shoot a bow at him since he's got his senses about him when he sees them take off in that way?
100%, go for it.
Yeah, and I get two shots, right, with a bow, it says. So.
Yeah, you can do it.
I'm gonna shoot one arrow at each of them, if that's okay.
Yeah, perfect.
That one will miss pretty bad, and that one should hit. Let me look. Yeah, that one hit like armor class 3.
Okay, yeah, that
and
hits.
And it will do 3 damage to that one.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it gets hit, and it screeches out. You don't think you killed it, but of course it flies past, so it's out of your range unless you want to run to the edge. But as you kind of, everybody hears that scream, and And Manito's like looking. Only the people that failed, that passed the save, kind of really understood what just happened. Yeah, what do you guys want to do? These things have now seem to have swooped down.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk
below.
up to the edge and shoot some arrows
Yeah.
at them.
Yeah, you can definitely see. So as you walk to the edge, what about everybody else? Let me kind of go through the group here. Let me just go in the line here. What's Lexi doing?
She was dancing around, and the music has stopped. She kind of stops, and she shakes her head, and well, what's happening? And I'm going to say she's not really sure quite yet what's going on.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't have been 100% aware. How about Gobius?
So we personally didn't see the birds. Those of us who were.
No,
not
if you were
quite
charmed,
sure.
you didn't see them. No, you just see, I guess, Manitok running to the edge with the bow.
If I see him running with the bow, I will pull my quarterstaff, but I'm still shaking it off. I wouldn't follow him yet.
Okay, and how about Ruzia?
Rosea is getting her senses back. Zanzan is probably there on the ground, shaking at this point. Like maybe he was trying to get Rosea, but she wasn't snapping out of it. And now as she's kind of looking around, and she's like, "Where's Kane? Where did Kane go, Zanzan?" Trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so you guys kind of get your senses together. Manitok, you run to the edge and you see it's about a 200 or so foot drop, and you can see these two women tearing flesh off the bodies below with their sharp claws, and then they have like these weird arms with claws, and they're kind of like eating it, like ferociously, blood's dripping down their face. They're like 200 feet away. The one that you shot with the bow, you can see that it's hurt, but it doesn't look like it's. I mean, it doesn't. That's not dead for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna target it with both shots, and let's see. That'll be long range, so it'll be what, -2 or -1?
Well, that's a good question. I normally have the screen up. Let me set up my screen. I didn't do it. I did all that and I forgot to set up my GM screen. Okay. So you ready? So range. Long is -5.
Ooh, okay. Well, I got
Yeah.
+2, so it'll be -3. One of them will miss pretty bad. The other one may hit. Let me look. Armor class 5.
Yeah, that hits.
It will do 3 points of damage. I'm targeting a wounded one.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, you shoot this thing and it screams out. It looks up with like, these like evil eyes, and it seems to say something in a language that you don't really understand to the other one that ignores it, and then it shoots up towards you. It's actually going to try to fly up. I don't think it can get to you though that quickly. It's its speed. No. Okay, so it starts to fly up towards you, and I guess we'll go into initiative. So you might as well roll 20 because you're engaged. Okay. It also got a 5. So what's your dex?
Oh man. I believe it's. Let me look. I think it's 15. Let me look. Yep, 15.
All right, you go first. The thing's flying up towards you with the heat in its eyes. It looks.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 2 more bow shots at it on its way up.
Okay.
That one will miss. One will hit for max damage 7.
Okay, yeah. So you shoot 2 more shots down, and one just lands right in its shoulder as it's kind of trying to fly, and you can see it just like looks at you, and it screams out the most hideous scream. And as it falls, the one on the ground doesn't care. It's still eating, but you actually hear like the sound of wings fluttering, and you kind of look up, and you can see flying out of the temple. There's 4 more of these things. And everybody else sees that as well. You see 4 of these things fly up and start to circle you all. So let's go through. We're going to do initiative. Someone's going to do what it's going to do. So Lexi, you see 4 of these hideous creatures kind of come out of this thing and start circling around. What do you want to do?
I would ready my longbow.
Okay, so you're going to shoot. And of course, your henchmen will just, I guess they just have spears, right? So they really can't. If the creatures come, they'll just attack them, I guess. They'll always just do melee because that's all they really have. How about Gobias?
4 more. I'll do a spell.
Okay. Mad Talk.
I'm gonna missile arrows at the one that's still in the pit down there.
Okay, the one's just eating. Okay.
Yep.
And Rosea,
She's gonna pull her sword and get ready for a fight.
and melee. Okay, yeah, because they're gonna come flying in at you. Since you all have, what kind of sword have you got?
Long sword.
Okay. Yeah, all your they're just using their hands basically for weapons. So all of you have longer weapons than them. So if you if even if they win initiative when they sweep when they do melee, you'll be able to attack them first. However, if they win initiative, they're going to fly in and attack first. So we still have to roll initiative just to see. But everybody, and also the spellcaster. So go ahead, Tony.
I had a 4.
All right, they got a 2, so you go first. So melee goes first, but that we'll just skip that for a second because they're not on you yet. So missile.
Yep, I'm gonna target the one that's in there eating. So,
Okay.
ooh, both of them's gonna hit. I imagine. The lowest would hit armor class 5.
Yep, hits.
Let's see. Total damage for both shots will be 8
8. Okay.
with 2 arrows.
Okay. Yeah, you get its attention for sure. It's not dead. This one seems a little more hardy than the other one. Let me just do this so I can get points. Okay, so you got that one. I mean, it's definitely hurt. But yeah, it's not dead. Okay, so then, like I said, they're going to swoop in to attack you guys. They're actually going to attack. So I'm going to do it this way. There's 4 of you, and then I'm going to each of you have some henchmen. So.
Hey, Daniel, I have divine protection, so if they're evil, I get a +1 AC against them.
Okay, yeah, they're definitely evil. Just you, or is people around you, or no?
Just me, I believe. Yeah,
Okay.
just the paladin.
Okay, it's going after actually. Oh, you only have 1 henchman now, right? It's going after your henchman, actually, the first one. Unfortunately. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna hit. Let's see. So against Zanzibar there, that's 18. Let's roll the attacks first. 13 and what's what's his AC?
Uh,
7. It said on that stuff you posted.
7,
AC
yeah, 7.
7. Okay, so that means that they need a. Okay, yeah, no, they definitely all 3 attacks hit. So first the 2 claws. So it swoops down with a claw for 4 points. A claw for 2 points. Oh,
Right,
hold on. I just
dead.
realized that. Well, hold on a second. And the bite. Okay. So, but because he had a spear and I screwed that up, he should have went first. So let him attack this thing first. Because if he kills it, then clearly it won't have attacked him.
Oh, cool. All right. All right. Let's see then. All right. Roll. Padow. Oh, wow. He might have hit it. It was an 18 to hit. And if I'm guessing he's a fighter class 1.
Yep.
So then that would be, he would hit armor class 8. He would hit armor class 1 with an 18.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. That definitely hits. Do some damage.
And it would be 3 points of damage with a spear. It's a D8.
Yeah.
Is it a D6 for the spear?
It should say right in the thing. Let me look.
sorry.
Long spear, 2-handed. Yeah, D8, 2-handed. Yeah.
Oh, it's a D8. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, 2 damage. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he stabs into this thing, but the spear just catches the side of it. It doesn't run the creature through, and it flies down and just starts. And you see him just kind of fall backwards, getting torn apart as the creature starts to dig into his face, and you just see it took a big bite and blood's just dripping down the front of it. Second one swoops down on actually. It goes after Lexi. But again, because you have a longer weapon, you'll go first, Lexi. So go ahead and make an attack.
How close is it?
It's right on top of you. It's flying down at you.
All right. According to mastery on bows, it says I get +2.
Oh, right. Okay, you can shoot it before it gets to you. Yep, if you're in a bow, that's fine.
Okay. So
You guys won initiative. I screwed that up. So yeah, you go first. So go ahead and make your shots.
AC
Actually,
6?
it's in point blank range. Actually.
Yeah. So AC 6.
That hits it.
And that's a 17 on the dice, so that's gonna hit them too.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, for sure.
So first hit's gonna be 4 damage.
Okay.
Second hit is 6 damage.
Oh, nice.
So 10
Okay,
damage total.
it's actually it's still alive, unfortunately, but it's very, very hurt as it swoops down at you and misses. So it probably comes flying down. You hit it with 2 arrows. It kind of swoops off to the side and doesn't even bother to attack you because it's that. Yeah, it's hurt. Very hurt, actually. Ooh. Well, it's all happening at the same time. So the another one flew down. We'll say simultaneously and attacked your henchman there, Crystal. And so they're now fighting over it as they both tear it apart, or them apart, however you want to say it. And then the other one's going after your first henchman, Kenneth. And it's going to hit with the first attack. Well, but they have spears, so go ahead and make an attack for your henchman.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, yeah, that definitely has. Because I roll a d6. See what the crit does.
3.
3, okay, so double damage. So roll your die and then double it, and then add any strength if there is any, but I don't think there is. No, there's not. So d8 times 2, basically.
8, so 16.
Whoa! All right. Hell yeah, that's good because it probably would have died there. So yeah, that your henchman just like, and this thing just like and drops to the ground with the spear stuck in it and it's dead. With the baller. And I think that is all of them, right?
He takes like a deep breath and puffs up his chest, walking all big now.
Nice.
With his
Okay,
meager-
cool. Yeah, man, that was probably his first kill. All right, so coming into the second round, we've got basically one that got shot twice.
Can I
Yep.
cast my spell or no? Guess no.
Oh, did I skip you? I'm sorry.
Also,
Yes.
Rosea didn't get to do anything. I don't know if I could have attacked at the end or something.
Well, I guess you could attack the ones on the ground, yeah. All right, sorry, hold on. Spell first.
There's still 4 of these, right? So yeah.
There's 4 total, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast
You can
mirror
do-
image.
Okay. It goes off
Defense.
as expected. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I skipped
okay.
you. Got all excited by their attacks. Oh, yes. You can, anybody who hasn't gone, which would be basically just your characters, Crystal. You could attack the one that's eating your henchman, or there's one that just flew down. I guess there's only technically one that's kind of in melee range, which is the one that's eating the henchman.
Yeah, Rosea, when that thing hits her henchman, she probably lets out a scream of half panic and half fear, seeing her henchman go down like this. It's, and having never actually, been in a combat situation at this point. But she'll still draw her longsword to go and attack this creature. And she will hit armor class 2.
That hits.
And she will slam into this thing for 10 points of damage. Or no, I'm sorry, 8 points of damage.
Okay.
I was thinking
Almost.
D8, but I actually rolled a 6.
Okay,
So,
yeah,
yeah,
you cut into
so,
it with the longsword. It's not quite dead, but it's very, very hurt.
yeah, she's
and
just
of course
screaming
there's-
get off him as she slashes into him.
Could my 2 henchmen run over and attack them, Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll
For
run
sure,
over and
and-
attack the 2 that are tearing up Crystal's henchmen. If they
Okay,
can.
sure. Yeah, any henchman who hasn't gone will kind of circle and loop through and do them. Yeah.
Well, we got a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
So that's
Alright,
what,
so-
D6 for the nat
Yep.
20?
Yep.
1.
Okay, so plus 2 damage.
All right, so that'll be, let's see, 2, 4 damage with the spear.
Okay,
And
that
the
kills
other
that
one
one.
had his Falcata out, I'm gonna say. So he hit armor class 3
That hits.
for 1 damage.
Okay, yeah, all right. Well, that one. So the spear went into the one I just put it on the one that was already being attacked. So the spear went into that one and killed it. There's still one that's eating off the body. Okay, who else has a henchman that hasn't gone?
I have
Anybody?
1 more.
Okay, you can run over if you'd like them to.
It's going to be AC 0.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
What is that? 2d4. So
Spear is a D8.
yep. So only 1 damage.
Okay. Yeah. Some henchmen are better than others. It's everybody's first time. How about I keep wanting to say Pranesta. How about Gobius? Gobias?
Yeah,
Do you
he
have
does
any
have a
henchmen?
henchman. Yeah, I guess
Yep.
he'll run over there to attack
Go for it.
one of them that's on the ground. Yeah.
Well, there's just one now. Yeah.
Yep. 13. Oh crap. Armor class 6.
That hits.
All right. That's the D8. This.
8 points.
No, just getting my.
Oh.
Yeah, 8 points. That's what.
Oh, nice. Doesn't quite kill it, but man, it's hurt.
Okay.
Okay, so it's probably gonna fly away. Okay, so all right. So at this point, we've got that one's grievously hurt. This one here never attacked. This one, okay. So you've got 4 in total, right? There's one that's way down at the bottom. You've got one that's been trying to eat the henchman, who has been chopped up pretty badly. No, this one's dead. And you've got one that has a couple arrows in it that flew away. So there's 3 left total that you can see. So one at the very bottom, one kind of flying around, and one eating henchman. So what's everybody's plan? I'll just go down the line. Alexi, what are you going to want to do?
I will shoot a missile.
Okay. How about Gobias?
Missile.
Okay. How about Manitok?
Yeah, missile to the one in the pit still.
Okay. And Rosea?
Melee.
Okay. So Tony, go ahead and roll initiative for the group. See what happens.
3.
Ooh, the guy's 6. Okay, the one that is on the ground is going to try to fly away. Because it's kind of like running, I'm going to give you an attack. I'm not going to give everybody an attack on it because I feel like there's way too many of you there. So somebody can have an attack on it, a melee attack, whoever's standing there, which would be, I guess the player character is the most likely person to get the attack, so I'll give it to Crystal. So Rosé, you can get a free attack on this thing as it flies away.
Okay. Yeah, so partial like tears in her eyes. Oh, nice. Partial like tears in her eyes. She yells like, you think you can escape the righteousness of Apollo? Oh, nice. And she'll actually hit armor class 1 for 10 damage. Max damage,
Nice.
baby.
Yeah, it looks up to fly away as you sever its head, and the head falls on the ground and rolls. And you can still see like there's like in the teeth there's still bits and pieces of your henchman that it was chewing up, but it falls to the ground. The one that got shot twice with arrows and is pretty messed up flies back into the building. And the one at the bottom, who doesn't really know what's going on and is still hungry, is still just down there. It's just eating. So then we'll come into your turn, which goes melee first, although there's nothing to melee anymore. So missiles, and I'm going to say that just because of your positioning that you should go first there, Matchok.
All right.
Yeah.
One of them's going to hit for Dawn. Only 2 points.
Oh, okay. It doesn't quite kill it. This thing's very hurt, though.
Hmm.
Kind of in the second phase of that round, anyone who was going to do a missile attack, I should say, could run over and shoot down if you want, or you could just not do anything because you're not technically engaged with anybody right now.
Yeah,
It's up to
Lexi
you
would
guys.
definitely want seeing Manitok
Okay.
shooting down there. She would go over there and see what he's shooting at, take a shot herself.
Yeah.
Those are both hits. Nine damage total.
All right, yeah. Wow. Yeah. You plant 2 arrows into it just as Gobias is running over, and it just drops, seemingly unmoving. You see the wings like twitching, but it's basically dead. And it's quiet for a second as you don't see anything, and then you just start to hear that soft hum again of the music starting from inside the building. And what do you guys want to do? roll initiative before it can do its thingy. So let's just go through. You're basically on the other side of this bridge. This thing flew into the building on the other side, about 100 or so feet away, across a kind of rickety bridge. What's everybody's plan? I'm just going to go down the line. Lexi.
Am I aware at this point what happened to begin with?
I will say make a test of wisdom.
Test of wisdom. What is that?
Yeah, so just use...
Yeah, I don't
there's not
have
really
anything.
a test of wisdom. What's your wisdom?
16.
Okay, so 3 and 6 chance. Yeah, everybody can do the same thing.
Okay. Nope, I failed.
2.
Yeah, anybody? Oh yeah, then you're probably pretty aware that there was some kind of magic that was cast upon you, and you probably put 2 and 2 together. That the music might have been the. How about our paladin there? Crystal.
Rosea, there's none that she can do melee on, right?
You're making a wisdom test.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I failed the wisdom test. She's probably too distracted by her henchman dying and everything.
Yeah. Since you passed saving throw the first time, Manitoka doesn't affect you, but everybody else can make a sorcery save that didn't pass the first time.
Okay.
I passed this time.
Failed
Oh.
again.
I passed this time. 18, thank goodness.
Okay. How about your henchman?
Can Manitok tell them, since he, was observed from the beginning, can he start like stuffing some stuff in his ears and telling the rest of them to put something in their ears?
Yeah, you definitely can. I mean, it just happened. What's going to happen is you will make a. I should have actually done this first before we made the saving throw. You're going to make an initiative check to see if you can have a chance to do that first or not. So go ahead and roll initiative, Tony.
The 2.
4. Oh, no. As you're yelling it, the song already started because it got one
All right.
initiative. So you're trying to explain it to him, but yeah, unfortunately, anybody who failed. Once you pass, though, you're no longer affected by it for 24 hours or whatever, So yeah, anybody who passed is good. Any of the henchmen that failed the first time, 2 will have to roll again.
Yeah, my henchman failed again.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see if they walk into the. Oh, yep. Walk. Mantok, you see, and I mean you know what's going on. You see one of the henchmen start to walk towards the and you saw them fall before.
Can he try to, charge him and football tackle him down?
Yeah, you can overbear. So just make an attack basically.
Oh man, I rolled 8, so that's not going to hit anything.
Yeah, you kind of run, and it's maybe too late. He's already stepped off the edge, just as you get there. Anybody else's henchmen who failed that might be walking towards the edge?
Both of mine.
Okay, let's see if the first one falls in. Oh my god! Yep. Oh my god. Okay, yes. So, wow, that went quick. Yeah, so they just one at a time. Maybe you dove to catch the first one, Mantok. I'll actually say, because there's 3 of them, I'll give you a chance to get. If you hit, you can make another 2 attacks, and if you get
Catch
one
the
of them,
last
then I'll
one?
say, yeah.
17, and the other one's not. So I
Okay.
got 1.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to grab one by the arm. You try. It's all happening at once. And you're just so you grab one and kind of push them back. You can see their eyes are glazed, and they're kind of wanting to get up again. I mean, they're not fighting you per se, but they're definitely wanting to head in that direction.
He just
and
slaps him as hard as he can.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, make another saving throw for your henchman, whoever's henchman didn't die. I guess that would be... Oh, I don't know.
Lexi can do it.
Failed.
Alex.
You have the ranger.
Failed. Okay. Yeah, he's out of it. He has no idea.
There was other henchmen, right, that are walking, right? If Rosea sees them, can she try to stop them, or is she just too stunned at the moment to realize what's going on?
You didn't make the wisdom save, so you don't know. You didn't understand.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. No, the wisdom check rather. Yeah. So I mean, you might know now because Manitok's yelling at you, but all that happened really fast. It's not like they were I'm gonna wait in line. I mean, it all just happened at once.
Yeah. Okay.
So at this point, you know what's going on. Maybe because Manitok's yelling it, but So after like maybe like what feels like forever, but it's probably like 35 seconds, the song stops, and you see again the creature, bloodied with the arrow sticking out of it, fly out of the roof, and it just flies off, like. And I'm gonna say that I'll let you. I think you tackled somebody, Mad Dog, so you're not gonna have your bow in your hand. But I think the ranger actually failed, right? So you don't have your bow either. So nobody
That's
can shoot
correct.
at it. It basically takes off. You see it, but it's just you don't have enough time to get a shot off at it. But you do see that it left, and the music stops, and everybody kind of is revived again.
We must go in there and destroy its nest and burn its nest so it does not come back here.
We agree.
What has come over me? Ugh.
Yeah. Do you like music? What
Anybody-
do you say?
Does anybody know what happened?
Manitalk really wouldn't know, would he, as far as who the creatures are or what they. I mean,
Yeah, you would know that when the song started, people started acting crazy. Like you definitely know that. I think at first level, you guys probably don't know what these are.
yeah, he would just tell go by us. Then, well, it has something to do with those creatures. Their song did something to some of you.
Ah,
There are certain creatures that, like the ranger, can automatically identify, but I don't know if these would be it.
That's abominations. I'm not sure. He's
Okay.
considered abomination.
I don't think so. Well, let's check.
43.
Let's check because it's always cool. We haven't played a ranger before, so let's take a second. It's like half the fun of the system is the cool subclasses. Otherworldly enemies. Is that the part you're talking about? Terrible
Yeah.
knowledge of alien speeches, name of songs, and scripture. No, this is all like Cthulhu-y stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that like a bard might know what this is because this is more like I mean, you guys know what they are, so they're more like a folklore thing.
where's Pinesta when you need
Yeah.
her?
Well, she's like 8 years back in time right now.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so you have that bridge in front of you.
Nesta right now is telling the story of Artemis the Snake Man to a crowd full of people.
We can
That's-
work our way across the bridge, though. I mean, it's easy to walk across, or
Yeah, you definitely can walk across it. It's a little bit. There's basically make a test of dexterity, and if you fail, then there's a chance that you're going to fall. Is basically the way it works out. So yeah, so make a test of dex. Unless you want to do something else to improve your chances, I guess. But just as a
what
general.
if you got down and like belly crawled across it?
Yeah.
like
I
you're
can
on
tell
ice.
you that Ruzea, she is, mounting up her shield. She grits her teeth. She is angry and upset, and she is not going to belly cross across this bridge.
Okay, hold on one second, guys. Like everything, exactly my fear that was going to happen. Everybody moved out of their spots. I blame Crystal. I don't know why. It's all your fault. Yep.
I mean, I am the paladin, so
yeah, you're the paladin causing problems. So let's see what we got here. We're gonna. What is going on here? Grab this one. Let's see. Yeah. So if you want to come up with a good solution, then clearly that'll give you a benefit. If you're going to just go for it, then you can make a test of dexterity. And if you fail, then there's a chance you're going to fall in. You won't fall in just because you fail the test of dexterity, but there's a chance you'll fall in if you fail. Basically, is the way it works.
Ruzea passed her dex.
Okay.
everybody in my crew failed.
Oh no. Okay. Including your character.
Yeah, my
Let's-
character and both of my henchmen, all of us failed.
Oh no.
So all been at the same spot, like collapse.
Yeah. Right.
Probably one big section will just collapse.
Oh god. Okay.
Lexi and her last henchman fail as well.
Tobias is crawling, so I don't know what
Yeah, if you're crawling, you're
you
good.
want me to do.
No, you're good. You can crawl. I don't think that's a problem.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's probably good enough.
Is your mirror image still up? Because I like to imagine that there's like 5 people just like
Yeah,
crawling
4.
together.
I think it only lasts 2 rounds, so it's probably gone by now. But
Oh yeah, if it's 2 rounds, it's gone.
I thought that the
That's
birds
too-
would be.
Wow, mirror image only lasts 2 rounds in this.
It's
That seems
2 rounds
really
per
short.
caster level.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that seems
But it
kind of
says-
short, but
It does.
that's really good. Yeah. Well,
But it's
Which is
really
what
it's
it
a good.
is.
I mean, it's a good spell if we get in trouble and I can cast it again. You know,
right.
it's nice to have. So because I have 2 castings.
Oh, that is nice, yeah. All right, stand by for 1 second, guys. Like I said, I got this whole debacle going on here. I don't know why everybody moved. Let me just see if I can get you back to where you were. Ooh, hold on. Are you back? You're probably back, but now I don't. No, I think I see what happened. I moved the whole damn thing around. Alrighty. This is how we do OBS in the middle of the thing. That's so weird. What is going on here? Alright, I'm just going to do this. And I'm not going to worry about it. There'll just be nobody there. You guys are not there. How's that? I don't want us to hold up the whole game. We'll figure that out. I don't know why it moved. I think, I guess I have to hide the Zoom screen. You know what happened is because I have the chat open. I should have just not left it open. But anyways, that's something that we learn as we go. So yeah, if you failed, okay, so let's, there's a 30% chance that you're going to fall if you failed the dex check. So go ahead and we'll see if you fall. We'll let you kill yourself.
Is that each character or just 30 for
Yeah,
all group?
no, each character. Yeah, anybody who failed.
Ooh, my main character out of 79, so he made it.
Nice.
Oh man, 16 for the first henchman, he's down.
Oh no.
And the second one made it.
All right, perfect. Whew. All right, you guys get to the other side here. I'm just going to switch over to.
I got to roll for Lex. Lexi didn't make it.
Oh, really? Oh no.
She rolled a
All right.
31, and my last guard rolled 100.
Okay, so they both made it. All right,
Oh,
good.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, 30% of falling. So
Oh yeah, 31. Okay, you're right. You're right. My
yeah,
bad.
31 makes it.
I know math. I'm
You just barely made it, but you made it. So that's what matters. In these things in life, you gotta take what you can. Okay, so yeah, so you cross over, and you're kind of looking at. You can see the front of this thing. Essentially, you're standing maybe near where the number 2 is. If there's, I'm in roll 20 now. In front of you, let me get my module so I can describe it to you based on what the module says. Let's see. Okay, crumbling bridges. Okay. So you see this large set of doors, like I explained before. These big bronze doors. They're closed, double doors in front of you. You can see that to what would be your right. It seems like the pillar that the temple's on kind of circles around, so you could go around the thing if you wanted to. To the left, it looks like it's broken off and it's much more precarious. And you can see that side to your left is where there's a big hole in the roof where the creatures flew out of.
Rizaya is going to look at the at the temple, and she's going to concentrate for a moment, and she wants to see if she detects evil coming from the temple itself.
Okay. No, not from the temple itself. Definitely not.
Can we tell which area that those creatures come from? Because Manitok's whole thing is to try to go to get to where they were layering it.
Yeah, they flew out of the roof, the broken down roof, which would be to the left. But from the ceiling, you'd have to climb up if you want to get in the way they came out, or go around.
Yeah, we don't see the other way to get to it.
Where they flew out of
Commons?
particularly. Yeah, but yeah, where they flew up particularly was from the roof, so you'd have to climb to come up if you want to go from where they came. Obviously, the
Mhm.
doors would lead you inside, and of course, if you were to investigate around the side, there might be another way in. I mean, you'd have to investigate. But where they came from is directly from the roof.
I mean, can we? It's easy to walk along the left side. I mean, it's the ledge all there.
It's precarious, but if you're careful, uh, you don't have to roll or anything as long as you say you're being careful.
Yeah, Manitark's just going to ease his way around there, and look to see if there's a way in from there.
All right, yeah, sure. Let me reveal areas. Very exciting. Yeah, you can see actually when you come around like this. Did that reveal it? It did, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you can see there's actually a hole in the wall where it looks like it's collapsed.
He's going to motion for the rest of them to, ease their way around that way, but to come that way, but it's easy to way in.
Yeah, so basically what you'll have to do is you're gonna like it's not it's not flat. You got to like climb down about 5 feet. Then you're kind of walking on. Again, it's fine. It's not a problem if you take your time. You're kind of walking along like a broken ledge, and then as you do, you can see that actually the what's sticking out right there. You can see it sticking out is a pillar, and that pillar seemed to have collapsed. And I will actually just reveal the whole inside so you guys can see the rest of it. Because once you come around, you'll be able to see the whole thing. Oh, let me see if I can do this. Reveal. Okay. Apparently my reveal skills are not very good. Why are you not revealing?
I mean, I can see the whole map.
Yeah.
Except the back
Yeah.
far east
Yeah, except the
side
back
is still black out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm trying to show you. It doesn't matter. I mean, unless you want to go back there. There we go. Okay. Anyways. Oh. Okay. Let's turn that off. Okay. Cool. Sorry. My alert went off. So yeah, you're looking inside this temple area. You can see that this pillar over here has kind of collapsed the wall down. And when you're looking in, you can see this place is covered in excrement from birds, essentially. You can see this central area here where you see. You probably can't see that. I've touched on it. Where you see these are statues actually in the middle. They are of spiders. They're made of bronze. So let me actually give you a bit of a. So as you come in, you can see this kind of like this concentric circles. Each one drops down about 5 feet. So you're looking at like where you first come in. You're on level with the door. Let's say 5 foot down is another kind of platform, and on that platform you see these 8 statues of spiders that are made of bronze. They're kind of facing in. And then 5 feet below that, you see that kind of pie-shaped area down there. That's where most of the nesting is, kind of around the statues and in that pie shape. It looks like there's a bunch of, some rotten cloth, and you can see some branches and, that kind of stuff. You don't see any more of the creatures in here. And of course, it's the moonlight's kind of creeping in, but it's pretty dark in here now because you're mostly
While
inside.
Manitark is waiting to see if the rest of them come that way, he's going to ease up to that nest and like pour some oil on it, set it on fire.
Okay, yeah, definitely do that. Yeah, it lights right up. Boom. So, and then of course the place is, quickly is filled with light. I mean, your eyes are probably a bit like, whoosh, because it's so bright as the kind of the dry leaves and the cloth and stuff that they had made their nest with starts to alight. And as you do that, you can see that this place, this temple, clearly is. The walls themselves are covered with relief sculptures and frescoes that showcase the spider motif for the goddess of the temple. Is everybody else coming around?
Yeah, I'd follow him.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. All right. Yeah, so you guys come in, and that's what you see. It burns up pretty quickly. 10, 15 minutes max. It's out. Of course, the place is like sooty and stuff, but you can kind of see that. Let me see. We got a little descriptor here. Yeah. Let's see. About 75-foot diameter, as I explained before. It's about the ceilings are about 45 foot tall. You do see, of course, a hole in the ceiling from before, and drops away as I explained. So yeah, there's 8 bronze spiders here. They're all kind of facing in, and you see this kind of pie-shaped area. And now that you've burnt away a lot of the debris, you can actually see there's kind of cracks in it. Pieces are missing, and it looks like it's some kind of a portal. Like not like a magical portal, but a portal, like a door, going deeper into the temple. Yeah, you don't get any kind of like sense of. I mean, the space itself, it doesn't feel evil. Clearly, the creatures were, and you probably get a little bit of like a distaste in your mouth from the stench of their home. But as it's being burnt, you can kind of you feel maybe a little bit of relief from that. So yeah, what do you guys do?
Slew that last one, Rosea will say.
Well, at least Manitok burned their nest, my lady, and there'll be no more nesting here for them.
True.
Oh, the smell is terrible.
Can I inspect one of the statues? Is there anything particularly
Yeah.
interesting about it?
Oh yeah, sure, for sure. So they're bronze statues. They're quite large. For spiders. you know, they as you kind of start to move around, you realize that they're all kind of facing in, with the kind of looking down, into the center. And as you're kind of like looking around, you can see that on the one that you're looking at, which is the first one closest to the pillar, one of the arms that are kind of in the front seems to be like on a hinge.
Oh. I will point this out to the group. Shall I pull the lever?
Yes, there may be more of these things that are lurking further inside.
Okay. Yep, I will attempt to manipulate the hinge.
Okay. You definitely can manipulate the hinge.
It might not be smart, but that's okay. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, you're able to grab it. It clearly moves just in one direction, which is basically up, and you can feel it very solidly lock it, like click when you do that. It locks in, and it stays up.
Okay. Does anybody notice anything, guys? I did it, but nothing seems to be happening.
Maybe there are others on other statues.
Yes, let us examine all these statues.
Yeah, sure. As you guys kind of start to go through and mess with the different statues, you realize that indeed, each of them seems to have a leg that seems to be able to be picked up.
Rosea will pick up the one that she notices.
Okay, you definitely can do that.
So will Lexi. I'll say Lexi went left of the one that Gobias did.
Okay. Yeah, so as you slowly work your way around, you find that each of these has, and it's the same leg on each one. They lift up. Presumably you make your way around to each of the statues, and when you get to the last one and you pull it up, you hear kind of a slow kind of rumbling sound, and the pie-shaped area in the middle opens up to reveal.
Dragon.
That was less dramatic than I thought it was going to be. To reveal.
It's a Sarnath pit.
To reveal a staircase going down into the darkness.
Rosea will look over to the wizard, the illusionist, and say, Gobias, do you have a torch, or would you mind carrying one?
I have a hooded lantern.
Yes, please light the way for us.
It was
I
dark
have
anyway,
a.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
What's
but we
that?
had the moon and stuff.
Oh, the moon.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
there's
absolutely dark out. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take out my lantern. If since so everyone else can carry. But I also have my quarterstaff kind of as a walking staff. I won't use it two-handed, but I do have it out.
So the nest was on top of that opening.
It was, yeah, more or less.
So the remnants
I mean,
have
nope.
all fallen. The ashes and remnants have now fallen inside.
Exactly. Yeah. As you open it up, the bits of ashes falling, and you can actually see that the stairs going down. Of course, they're littered with the ashes and whatever didn't burn up. You can see that also they are kind of, they look a little bit in like they've been worn down, because as I noted when you first saw this area, it was a little bit broken. So some water and stuff from snow or things that have come through or whatever, came through. So these stairs are a little bit damaged from the weather, um, but not completely so. So they've probably been sealed for a very long time, but not. Some weather has definitely gotten through. So they're not like in perfect shape, but they're pretty solid looking. And you do know that this you got, from what you understand anyways, this place hasn't been accessed in at least 15 years.
Alrighty.
So yeah, so you got stairs going down essentially.
Rosea will look down the stairs, and she will use her sense evil to see if she feels any evil radiating from below.
um
It works up to 60 feet.
yeah, so you stand upon the entryway into the hidden sanctum or whatever, kind of concentrating. You don't really pick up anything particularly evil. In fact, now that most of the filth of the creatures is burnt out, the whole place feels a little bit more at ease. You mostly just get the normal sense that most people have, which is that it's very musty down here. But you don't sense anything that's that's evil. Uh, you know, going down the stairs.
I'm not yet sensing any more evil from within, but does not mean that it does not lurk further within. We should be on our guard.
I defer to your wisdom. I will hold the light.
Manalok, would you join me in going down these stairs first? I'll take that as a solid yes.
That either means yes or no. Either way, very solidly.
Are you there, Tony?
Oh, Tony's. I think.
Yeah, I didn't know you were talking to me.
No.
Yeah, I said Manalok. I'm sorry.
I'm not Manalock, I'm Manatok.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, it's like I'm kind of sitting back. I don't have my glasses on.
But yeah, whatever you ask me to do, I'll do. Sure.
Okay.
Like just head down the stairs together.
Yeah,
perfect.
he'll have his sword out. He'll put his bow up. He's going to send his one henchman note to the back of the party with a torch.
Okay. All right, so you've got. We'll figure out a marching order and stuff, but you guys are about to enter down into the depths. Let's take a 10 minutes bio break and come back.
All
Sound
right.
good? All right, let me switch to break. Okay, so we're back. So let's figure a marching order, I guess. Who's going down into the depths of the dungeon first?
I think I'm going up front with Ruzea, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay, do that. So
I'll be
was
somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, and I was thinking Lexi and her last guard would be last.
okay, with your henchman back there as well. The remaining, how many henchmen are left?
I only
I
have
have
one.
one. I got one left.
Yeah, so I guess they're both in the back. I'm gonna call your hench, and then Lexi's
Bob.
henchman's
Mine's
gonna
name
be
is Bob.
Okay, so
Bob.
Bob, and then Lexi's henchman is hench. Okay, so I'll put them in the back.
Very odd Hyperborean name, Bob.
Well,
Bob Redshirt.
Bob Redshirt. Yeah,
Love it.
exactly.
Uh,
So this is very exciting. I think. I'm going to move you to. I'm very excited about this. This is probably the only time you're ever going to get this, guys. So enjoy it. If you're in roll 20, I have the little thingy. So you're in a room. As you walk down to the bottom of the stairs are pretty deep, about 80 feet down, and of course you're kind of like feeling the crunch of the various ash and wood that didn't fully burn up and that kind of fell on the stairs. In addition to some of the kind of minor but some crumbling kind of stone from the stairs breaking down a bit over the time because they clearly weren't fully sealed in there with the roof destroyed. It's about 10-foot wide passageway though, so you guys could easily walk side by side. And you go about 80 feet down into the earth, as it says here. So you're looking at this. Actually, let me open up roll 20 so I can be looking at the same thing you are. So you're in. You can see this room. It's roughly hewn, mostly because it's collapsed. So this was definitely a man-made space with stone walls, but you can see that there's a lot of crumbling. Even in the parts that are still squared off and solid, it doesn't look 100%. Like you think if you took a pickaxe to it or a sledgehammer, you could easily like knock down these walls. They're not fully strong as they maybe were, 900 years ago or whatever when this was first built. Your ceilings are about 8 feet tall, and you can see out in front of you that there is a passageway going off into the darkness. I guess your torch would shine into there a bit, so let me reveal that. I just like to reveal stuff. It's fun. Okay.
now you know why
Yeah, so-
Dave like slowly reveals stuff.
Yeah. So so you can see it go down. It's sloping, but it's almost like if you could imagine it's not like it's a constant slope. It's more like 10 feet and then like a step down like 2 feet or 3 feet and then a 10 feet and then a step down. So it's almost like a staircase that's like very with very long stairs, for lack of a better way to say it. Or at least the first one's very long. And you can see at the end of the stairs is another one of these large doors, similar to what you saw up top, made of bronze, closed, double door. Of course, and you've got the etchings of the snake goddess symbol there.
Snake goddess.
Sorry.
Spider.
I see. Whenever I see Nikki, I always have to think of the snake goddess, spider goddess.
Yeah, I
Yep.
was about to get confused.
Yeah, sorry about that. So you can see doors. Otherwise, as you're kind of looking around, there's lots of debris and dust and stuff from the crumbling walls. You don't, being a ranger and they're good at tracking and stuff, you don't really see any like footprints or anything down here. What you do see is like small sign of like rodents and insects and stuff like that. So you can see there's some small holes in the wall where probably like rats or whatever come in and out of. And you can see that there's some like spider webs and some kind of in the corners they're loaded with like various bugs that the spiders have killed and eaten or whatever. They're not seeing any spiders in them right now. But yeah, it feels very, very silent and empty and dry as you're looking down this corridor. So what are you doing?
Rosea. Oh,
No, go ahead. I was asking you what you were doing.
okay, yeah. Rosea is gonna begin to move up the hallway towards these doors, and
Okay.
when she gets to the doors, she just kind of like will stand there for a second and just do her divine sense to see if her sense evil to see if she senses any evil within 60 feet of her.
Yeah, no, I mean nothing particularly evil. Um, you know, uh, that you can sense. You would know that this goddess is more of a neutral god.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you sense neutral, I guess.
Well,
If that's so.
still
That's
a goddess of witchcraft, so I mean, how neutral can you be?
I mean, just because you can do magic doesn't mean you're a witch.
No, but like she's like actually a god of witchcraft.
That's
Like,
true. She is.
like literally, as in witches worship her. Ugh,
Yeah.
witches. Some say that there could be good witches, but and I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Rosea will reach out and begin to pull open this door or push open, whichever one.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty stuck. You're going to need to make a test of strength to get it open.
Okay.
Am I to talk helper? I mean, since we're both up there.
Yeah, if you guys want both shoulder, you can have whichever one is the best bet, and then give yourself a bonus of +1.
I got a 3 out of 6, Crystal, whatever yours is.
I do as well.
So whoever wants to roll it, you can have 4 out of 6.
I got a 5 out of 6.
You rolled a 5. All right, yeah. You guys shoulder into this door, and I mean, you can still open it. It's just gonna. It takes like a several strong shoulders into the door, and as you finally hit it and the door opens, some rocks kind of crumble down. You don't take any damage or anything, but they kind of hit you on your shoulder, and you step back, and you definitely made any thief in the party, if you had one, would probably be a little embarrassed by how noisy you were. But you're able to knock the door open with a little bit of oomph. And let me do my old roll 20 reveal here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so you kind of shined your lantern into this room. Is that clear? There's some doors on the other end. Let me make that a little bit.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
do
there
that.
you go.
So, yeah, and there's some right here, too. So it's basically a total of 6 doors in here. Two sets of double doors across from each other, the ones you're coming through, of course. And then you've got 2 sets of other doors directly across from each other. And let me give you a little breakdown of this room. This room is, as you can probably see, there's lots and lots of like holes in the floor. And you can actually feel, when you push the door open, you actually feel like wind. Now you've created like a bit of a wind tunnel. So you know that these holes probably maybe expose out somewhere. Because you can feel the wind coming up through them and kind of now passing through the door and past you out the top. The place itself is 30 by 70. You can see that, again, the walls were at one point covered in beautiful, colorful frescoes. They are no longer, and also there's some tapestries that are kind of rotten hanging here. Let's see. Again, the spider motif. Let's see, anything else you would see off the top. Of course, as I noted, the place is very, very, very kind of dirty and covered in cobwebs and insects and stuff like that. But they all seem to be dead, from what you can see. And yeah, that's all you would see when you're first looking in there. So essentially, you got 6 doors, kind of the ones you came into. Lots of debris all over the ground, some holes in the floor, and also probably the ceiling, I guess, if you're looking up. And you can tell that there's, that they're probably like lead into. They're not, when I say there's holes, they're not huge. I mean, you could probably fit in them, but it's not like they're not like full on like 10-foot wide tunnels. The widest ones are probably maybe 5 feet, where you can see them.
Gobias, could you shine your light onto some of these holes and let's see what we can see down in them?
Of course, my lady. And I'll walk over and kind of, hang my lantern and look down.
Oh man,
Louise.
you are so lucky. You are very lucky that you have a ranger with you, because you would have been surprised. But the ranger notices at the last second that looks like the ceiling almost starts to move, and maybe you look and you're like, Lexi sees like the ceiling start to move, and maybe for a second you think it's going to collapse, and then you realize that it's just a very well camouflaged, very very large spider that just drops down, or is going to try to drop down. It's still on the ceiling currently. So Lexi, since you probably saw it, let's roll initiative. So D6. Oh, actually, what's everybody doing? Sorry. Let's go down the list. What's oh, I should have wrote down everybody's names again. Sorry. Crystal, what's your character doing?
Rosea.
Rosea. Yep.
Uh,
What's she doing?
if she sees the spider, like Lexi points it out.
Yep.
Okay, then she'll pull her sword and get ready
So
for
you're
melee.
melee?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How about Mantok?
Yeah, he was probably kind of, in the middle of the room, standing there watching. But if they pointed out, he would have had his sword in his hand.
Okay. Yes, you're gonna melee. How about Lexi?
I had my bow out, I believe, if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
So I would shoot a missile.
Missile. Okay. And Tobias?
Melee.
Okay. So Kenneth, go ahead and roll a d6 for initiative, and let's see if you go before this thing. I got a 5.
3.
All right, nope, it's going to go first. You see it, you're not surprised, thankfully, but it still moves quicker than you guys. So it's hungry, and it sees some food. So you guys look yummy. I guess there's 6 of you total if we count the henchman. Oh no, that's not a henchman. That's actually Lexi. Look at that. The one who saw it is the one it's going after. It's going to attack you. Let me just go to... I'll just roll the d20 first. I think it just gives 1 attack. Nah, it's going to mess with that. Because it rolled a 4. So yeah, this thing tries to drop down. It lands right next to you, Lexi. Missing. Unfortunately for it. Because now it's surrounded by a bunch of very strong warriors. And yeah, missile goes first. It's right up on top of you. You could step back and shoot it in point blank range, but you'll go second phase if you do that. If you want to.
That sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, so you step back and do that. So anybody else who's melee can go now. So I'm just going to go. The most likely person that was up front was Manasak, so you should go first.
All right. Yep, you're long sworded, maybe. Armor class 5
That hits.
for 8.
Nice.
Oh, nice. That's actually very good. Okay, it's pretty tough. It's a big spider, so you cut deeply into it, and it's definitely hurt, but it does not go down, unfortunately. So then we'll go with, I guess, the paladin go next.
Yeah, Rosea will step up and attempt to hit it as well. Ooh, let's see. That hits armor class. Oh, crap. I have so many papers I'm trying to keep track of. Armor class 5.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. And she will smack it for 9 points of damage.
Oh, nice, yeah. So you, you easily cut it down. So this thing drops down in front of Lexi, who steps back to get a good shot with the bow. Manitok just standing there, just swipes at it with his weapon, cutting it open, and then Rosetta runs up and runs her long sword through it. It's just laying there dead.
Yeah, she pulls her sword from the piece and kind of like slings the blood off of it and goes, "Goddess of neutrality, indeed."
Manitok tells Bob to raise the torch up, above their heads, and to check the ceiling for any other hidden.
Okay, yeah, you could do that. You see, mostly you would know. I mean, probably you could assume if anybody has at least average intelligence that, like the webs and stuff that you're seeing are not from this spider. Like they're just like normal spider webs. But yeah, you raise up your torch, and you can see actually actually. You can see kind of where it probably hides up there. There's like a kind of a chunk of the ceiling that fell away. And there's kind of like an indent in the ceiling where it kind of like buried itself in, upside down because it's a spider. And as you shine the torch up there, you see that it was likely alone because there's nothing else there. If there's any other spiders, they're not in the room currently. Like they might have gone through the hole in the floor or something, but they're definitely not in here. So you are alone.
It is odd that such an large spider would be able to be in this room. You would think it would need a lot of food to survive.
You would think so.
Well, maybe it was going to drag whoever it captured somewhere else.
Perhaps.
We should be wary of the ceiling in any room we go into, and the floor. Just wary in general at this point.
Indeed. Speaking of floor, what are in those holes?
Oh, yeah, I was looking in the holes.
Yeah, so you go up and you look at the holes. Some of them seem to just go down like a few feet when they're they're like maybe 2.5, 3 feet wide, and then they go down. They start to narrow. You can see that you see chunks of rock in there. You see like nests maybe from rats in some of them. The bigger ones, they seem to drop down like out of sight, like beyond the torch. Like they go down far. And you can actually, that's where you feel the most wind. So you're holding your lantern there, and actually, luckily it's a lantern, not torch, because the winds are coming up through the bigger holes, so they probably lead outside somewhere. But they're pretty, they're basically vertical drops, from what you can tell. So if you want to go down and explore them further, which would be a tight squeeze. I mean, not super tight, but, the spider clearly fits. But it would be, you'd have to use rope or something. You wouldn't be able to just climb down into them.
Large rats. Perhaps that is what the spider was feeding on.
It's possible. But I don't think we should go down there right now.
No, I'm sure there's an easier way down. Are you all up for exploring these rooms, or shall we just continue along the main path?
No, I'd want to see what's behind the doors.
Yeah, certainly we should check the other rooms and make sure we're not attacked from behind.
Indeed. So,
Just for
Ruzea
simplicity's
will... Oh,
go ahead. I would say just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to call the top of the screen north. So, so we can define the doors that way. If you're going to check them out.
okay. Well, if no one has any opinion, then Ruzea will just go ahead and pick the northwest door.
This one?
Yes. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay, so that door is also a bronze door. All the doors are bronze, I guess. But this is like a single door, as you can probably tell by looking at it. It has, you don't really notice it immediately until you kind of walk up to it. At first, maybe you think that it's just like the metal on it is dappled. But then when you look at it, you can actually see that the door itself is covered with probably like 1 inch long spider like carvings, basically. But it's bronze, so it's like stamped into it. So it's like almost like a pattern, like wallpaper of spiders.
Very intricately made.
Yeah.
These were certainly artists who once lived here and made this place home.
Yes, somebody cared deeply for their craft.
And Ruzea will, if she can, if there's a place where she can obviously push it open or something, then she'll attempt to.
Yeah, there's a handle.
Open the door.
Yeah, it pulls towards you. You turn the handle and pull it open, and you're looking into this room that is, you can kind of make out the dimensions of it. It's like a jet black in there, and it almost looks like you're looking at the night sky. Essentially, It's like the walls are made of formica or something. Like you're just seeing like sparkles everywhere of like the floor, ceiling, walls. Just all have this like sparkleness. They're all sparkling from the light of your lantern. Otherwise, it appears to be empty. You know, you don't see any tables or chairs or furniture or tapestries or monsters or anything like that in there.
Hmm. Well, it's a very pretty room. There's no evil coming from this room, I'm guessing.
Do you want to sit there and concentrate on it to see if it comes from evil? See?
Yeah, I mean, because it's a very odd room, so she'll just make sure.
Yeah. It doesn't feel evil per se. But it definitely doesn't feel comfortable. Like there's something about this room that maybe turns you off a little bit, but it doesn't. You don't get like an evil feeling per se. It's not like the devil is in here, but it's kind of like, there's like an itch in the back of my neck kind of feeling from it.
Yeah. Rosea kind of shudders and like rubs the back of her neck, and she says, I don't think we should go in here. And she'll close the door back.
Okay. Yeah, close the door. Closes. Click. What do you want to do?
Shall we try the room to the south?
Yes, Les. Does anyone else want to open one, or am I leading the way?
I mean, I'm right with you with the lantern so you can see. I don't know if anyone else wants to do it, though.
Yeah, matter talk, open it if you want them
to. Which one? Southwest?
Yep, southwest, wasn't it, Crystal?
Yeah.
Yep. I will hold the lantern.
Oh, yes, you open this up. Clearly going in order. This room's a little different than the other. This, by the way, this door was just a plain bronze door. You open it up and you're looking in. You can see there's a large desk in the center of the room, and the walls, basically where the 7 is. There's a desk right there, kind of facing out, and then behind the desk, like on all 3 walls, I guess you would say, are shelves, and they seem to be packed with ancient tomes and scrolls. Even the table itself or the desk is stacked with books and some scroll cases, similar things like that. Maps. And the walls between the doorway and the desk have maps on them, and they're kind of like tacked to the wall with nails, I guess, and or little tiny spikes. And you can see that there's like maps, and then they like put maps on top of maps, like they're just like papered in maps. Yeah.
Manitalk stands back and looks at Gobias and says, I believe these are things you would be interested in. It looks like tomes and scrolls and papers.
Absolutely. May I borrow your henchman to give more light to the room?
Yes. Come forward, Bob.
So I'll go in there, and I do want to do like some sort of rifling through quickly, see if there's anything interesting.
Okay, like on the desk or on the maps? Or on the
desk.
Scrolls?
Okay,
perfect.
Desk first.
And what's Bob doing? Because don't you have a lantern? So Bob's just holding it in there to give extra light?
He's got a lantern. I'm sorry, a torch. So he'll go in there and hold the torch for...
Okay.
Yes, so that I have more...
But you all... Okay, so just so you have extra. You're not leaving your lantern outside. You're basically just having
No, in
extra
fact,
light.
if I can set it on the desk and then have Bob kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, as extra light. Yep.
100%. Yeah, so you start rifling through. Yeah, exactly. Roll a d6.
Okay. 3.
Okay. Yeah, so you start moving the papers on the desk, and you hear like a crunching sound, and you turn, and from the piles of papers and stuff that are in the shelves, you just see these like 1 foot long kind of beetly looking things start to crawl out, and there's a lot of them. Yeah. What do you want to do? We're about to roll initiative. So what you doing?
If I see them, I'm going to get out of the room. Come on, Bob.
Are you gonna run?
Too
Okay.
gross.
What's Bob gonna do? Run.
You know what Bob's gonna do? He's gonna throw the torch at them. Where they're
Okay.
coming from to try to set it on fire, and then
Okay,
run
fair
back
enough.
out of the room.
I will grab my
Okay.
lantern and run out.
Okay, fair enough. And everybody else is outside the room, so we'll deal with you the second round. Let's just see what happens. Go ahead, roll initiative there, Nikki.
Okay.
5 for the bugs.
3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they start to swarm you. They're going to go first. Let's see. Roll a d6.
Okay. 2.
Oh, lucky. Okay. Only 2 of them go on you. Tony, you can roll a d6 to see how many get on Bob before he gets to go.
Lucky 6.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. All right. These things just start. You hear that like crunch as they come across the thing. So 2 of them are on our illusionist. Miss. Wow. They cannot bite through your thick robes, I guess. Bob, on the other hand. Oh my god. First one hits Bob. Second one hits Bob, I think. Actually, let me just check what you say, Bob.
You must
He's in
store
leather,
those
right?
in mothballs.
11. Okay. So 2 hits on Bob, 3 misses Bob, 4 hits Bob. Holy crap. Miss Bob. Okay, so he got hit 3 times. So Bob is going to take. Luckily, they're not that big, so they don't do too much damage. Oh, unless they roll max damage.
Oh, I
Okay,
killed
so between the 3 bites, Bob takes 10 points of damage.
How many?
10.
Oh yeah, he just drops the
Yeah.
torch and lights everything up.
Yeah, he drops. Well, he's standing in the front of the room, so he's not going to light anything up from there. The torch falls on the stone floor. You all see all this happen. It just happens so quickly. So you guys are all standing out in the hallway. You see Gobias standing there getting bit in the legs and grabbing the like. You still get to go, Gobias. So before anybody reacts, but just so you're running, right? That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm running.
All right, roll it. Make a test of dexterity to see if when you run, they get off you or if they stay attached to your clothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had 4 and 6, and I rolled a 4. So. Whew.
Perfect. Yeah. So you run out, and the 2 that were biting on you can't like grab you, so that you leave them in the dust. And you run past you. You jump over Bob's body as these things one's crawling into his mouth, and the torch is kind of sputtering out on the floor. I'm assuming you're gonna close the door.
I'm gonna close it and just look at the guys and be like, "All right, there are a lot of bugs in there.
Yeah.
We could go
and you
back
can hear
in if
them.
you want."
You hear them like getting to the door, like, but they can't seem to get through.
Sorry, Manitalk. I'm afraid that your manservant was gallantly gave his life for mine.
Well, at least one of you were able to come out.
We shall honor the red shirt.
We shall honor the red shirts.
Yeah. Poor Bob.
Anyway,
Maybe if you listen very quietly at the door, you can hear the sound of the bugs scurrying around and the sound of chewing of the flesh.
My last warrior, Daryl, was looking concerned. All his buddies are all dead now.
He notices now that he's the only one wearing a red shirt.
My
It's
brother
like a
Larry,
red.
my brother Larry, and my other brother Larry are both dead now.
Yeah.
I will say there might be something of use in there, friends, but the bugs will be, I think, too much. I mean, 6 of them got poor Bob, so.
Yeah, you know what I find interesting is that this door has no design. That other door to the north is so delicately designed, and this one is a plain bronze door.
And yet this one has the bugs, and the other one just has sparkly rock.
Yes.
Curious.
Still, I didn't get a good sense from that room.
Do you think there's some sort of illusion in there? I have a perceive illusion.
Maybe. Or maybe that's where they grow their spiders.
Possible.
Usually, Michael.
How about these other doors? Just looking at the doors, are any of the other doors like very delicately designed, like that one to the northwest is?
Yeah. The other doors have designs on them. The one in the northwest has 4 spiders, uh, about hand size. Like 4 of them, in a square, basically. And the one to the southwest is similar to the one in the northeast.
So the northeast is also a plain door.
What? Hold on. Did I give you the wrong directions? No, I'm
We
sorry.
were just
I
in the
went backwards.
southwest, yeah.
Yeah,
You were just in the west.
southwest
I said them
is
backwards.
plain.
I'm sorry. Yes, the south. Right. Sorry. Go back. Let me do that again. The northeast. Right. You haven't gone there yet. The northeast has 4 spiders on it. The southeast is like the northwest, which is the one with all the doubles on them.
Okay. All right.
So the diagonal doors across from each other.
Okay, let us check out this door that is similar to the other, and Rosea will move to the southeast door,
Okay.
and yeah, she'll just go for it. She'll open
No.
it. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You open it up. Okay. So you're looking into a room that is almost all the ways at the end of it. There's 2 fonts.
To what?
Kind of fonts like with water in them.
Oh, okay.
They in fact they have water in them. They're kind of next to each other, and then between you and the 2 fonts are about a half dozen wooden chairs that are mostly kind of, you could just tell that they're like dry rotted. So clearly people may have sat in them facing the fonts at one point, but you think if you sat in them now they'd probably collapse.
Interesting. What do you think? Actually, you know what? Yeah. What do you, Lexi? What do you think of this water? Does it look clean?
She'll go over and examine it. Is it clear?
Yep. Looks clear. Both of them have clear water.
Can I see the bottom?
You can. They both are filled, about 3/4 filled with clear water.
Is there anything on the bottom of the fountains?
Nope. They both are just kind of like simple bowls, essentially.
They certainly appear clean, but I just don't think I would drink water from down here.
Being a paladin, like I think I may know what this is, but then I I don't know if that'd be meta. But being a paladin and having been in temples, would my character maybe have any inkling of what this room could be?
I don't know. What do you think that it is?
I mean, meta. I think that it might have been a washroom, like where visitors come and like wash their feet and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds pretty reasonable.
Yeah. So so that's what Rosea will say. She'll say a fountain, and chairs. I bet this was a place for travelers. At many temples of Apollo, we have rooms like this. So travelers will come, and it is accustomed to wash the feet of those who travel, so that they may walk on holy ground with bare feet.
Lexi's appalled. You wash strangers' feet?
Yes.
Ugh, she kind of shivers.
Is that all that's in there?
Yep. That's all you see.
All we see. That doesn't.
I'm sure that it's likely fresh mountain water too. If anyone wants to fill their water skins, or
I think I will forego the foot water, dear lady.
Yeah.
No offense.
yeah, I mean, well, typically we don't actually put our feet in the fountain. Get a bowl and take
Oh.
water in the bowl, and the person is sitting in the chair, and then we wash their feet as they sit.
See. I will still pass, but feel free.
Anything on the walls in here, Daniel?
The walls in here are actually plain. I mean, they're stone walls, well made, but they're not any different than like anywhere else you see.
You said there was 2 fountains?
That's correct. I mean, just for ease of description, there's one to the north, one to the south. They're basically next to each other.
Odd that the doors are very similarly designed. I wonder if these 2 rooms have anything to do with each other. Curious. Well, perhaps we can check out the last room and see what is there, if anyone is still interested.
Oh, yes. Can't just leave one door unopened now. That would be maddening.
Of course.
Minotaur will go up and open that one then.
Okay, yeah. So you walk up and open the door. Again, this one has the four spiders on it. When you open it, it's absolutely, completely dark. And when you approach it with your like lantern, like the lantern doesn't even shine into it. Like it literally ends there.
Do I sense any evil coming from that room?
Nope. Not evil.
I don't sense any evil, but I don't like the fact that it is covered. Gabias is correct, right? Gabias. Do you know of anything of this?
Do I? Do I know anything about this kind of spell?
I mean, a spell? Yeah. I mean, you would understand that a magical spell could do this. Sure, absolutely. The darkness spell. You're an illusionist. It could definitely be a spell. I mean, or it could be a portal into the underborough. I mean, you haven't tried to walk in yet, but as far you do know that a spell could cause absolute darkness, or it could be some kind of sphere of annihilation or something. You won't know without further investigation, but sure, yeah, you would know.
No, but I know there's a spell that can cause it, at least.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'd say I'm not certain, and I would not stake your life on it, certainly, my lady. But there is a spell that can cause this kind of darkness that no light can penetrate.
Lexi will shoulder her bow, draw her sword, and walk through the door.
Nice. You are standing in absolute, total darkness. Can't see, the nose in front of your face. Can't see the people that you just walk past. It's like absolutely black. Though you can still hear them talking, probably.
But I am standing, right? I'm not like falling into.
Yep. Nope, you're standing. You're standing in a room.
So if I were
you would
to
imagine.
Okay, so Lexi holds her sword arm out. Her sword's extended in front of her, and she's just kind of waving it around in front of her as she moves around the room, seeing if she bumps into anything.
Okay, I mean, given enough time. Was anybody else going to do anything when Lexi walked in? You're just going to wait?
Rosea's probably kind of like, oh, okay. Like she was probably about to toss a pebble in, and then it's like, but she doesn't really want to walk in. She'll just hope that Lexi doesn't start screaming.
If I yell out to Lexi, can she hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Yes, I can hear you.
I mean, Are there bugs or strange? What do you see?
I don't see anything. Do I even see the doorway behind me?
Nope.
Oh.
All right. I'll go in.
Okay. I mean, you step into 100% complete, absolute black darkness. I mean, I guess Lexi was moving forward to swinging your sword, so we'll say that you stepped out of the way so you don't run into her. Yeah,
Not really
you can hear maybe
swinging.
Lexi.
I'm not really
No,
swinging.
I know
at
what
them.
you. Yeah. No, I understand. I'm saying, but you stepped in with your sword to kind of see what was there, so it's not like Gobias would walk in and run into you. So yeah, you step in. You're now in here. You can probably hear footsteps. As both of you can, I suppose. I mean, given a minute or so, you walking around, kind of feeling around with your sword out. You get the basic general size of the room, I guess. But you also near the back of the room. You get to that wall and you start kind of following over. There's actually a relatively large chest on the ground. You feel around it. And you can feel that it's like a chest, like a storage chest.
I'll sheathe my sword and I'll hear the footsteps come in the room. Who's there?
Yeah.
Just me, my dear, just me.
Oh, Gobias. I think there's a chest here against the wall, or something. There's a large box, at least something.
Oh,
I
can you
will- I'll-
lift it?
I'll,
I
yeah,
am
I'll
not very strong.
Lexi reaches down and she's kind of feeling the box. Oh, that sounds bad.
Yeah, it's about 3 feet, wide, maybe about almost that tall. Your classic kind of chest. It's kind of rounded on the top. As you feel around the front, it seems like it has like a padlock on it. Like it's got like a lock with a key. You try to lift it, and it's locked for sure. It's made out of wood. You think?
Can I lift the box?
It appears to be either crazy heavy or bolted to the floor because it won't move at all. You throw your weight at it, it just stays there.
There's definitely a chest here, but it's locked.
You need any help? Can you drag it out?
Where are you? I can't even see you.
I'm still outside.
I can't see the door. I can't see Gobias. You're in here, Gobias?
It appears that I am, yes.
Okay. Does anyone have any rope?
Come here, Gobias. Give me a hand with this chest and see if we can both pick it up. Come to my voice.
Oh, okay. My talents lie other places other than physical strength, but I shall try.
Come to my voice. So I'm over here.
I will walk towards her voice.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you probably have a couple of half starts and her calling to you, but you can find her. I mean, yeah, I mean, you would get on your hands and knees, feel around. You get the general idea. It's like a very large chest kind of pushed against the wall. Even with the both of you moving it, it feels like you're pretty sure now it's bolted to the ground because it's just not moving.
Okay. Can I, well, should we tie a rope to it and then, like, go back in or back out towards Ruzia's voice?
Was Gobias carrying a lamp?
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything.
Doesn't work in here.
Oh, actually, when you walked in with the lamp, everybody else is standing in darkness now because Bob died.
Well, then Rosia will take out a torch and light it up.
Yeah, you like walk in there, all of a sudden they're probably like, "What?" Yeah.
We can't, obviously we cannot do this, so we need more people. So let's figure out something here.
Well, whenever you entered that darkness, your lantern light was swallowed as well. It's like all of the light that goes in there is stops being light.
This is fascinating.
Does anybody have a rope?
Yes, I do. That's what I said.
Yes.
I have a rope.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say that. Maybe Ruzia could keep talking and we could find our way back to the door.
Oh,
We
yes.
tie the chest with the rope and maybe we could pull it out.
That's, yes, yes, lady, that's a good idea.
I wasn't listening to you.
Well, obviously. And he gives her his rope.
But if the chest is bolted to the floor, we will not be able to move it, I don't believe.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is if we tie the rope to the chest and we manage to get out of the room with the rope, we could use the rope as a guideline for more of us to maybe go in and work together. Or does anybody have any ability to pick a lock?
I mean,
I'm not
Even-
stepping into that darkness.
yeah, even if we had that ability, I would not feel comfortable opening a chest inside the darkness. There could be more of those bugs in there, and then you wouldn't even be able to get out.
Oh, to hell with it. Go buy a stand back.
Whatever you say.
That's what I like to hear.
And I'll try smashing the lock with my sword.
Okay, you'll need to make a
At disadvantage, I'm sure.
yeah the
Disadvantage.
a disadvantage. Yeah, you'll have disadvantage. You'll
Wrong
need to make a
Astonishing Swordsman,
uh,
5th edition.
extraordinary feat of strength to smash it.
Ordinary feat of strength. So that's going to be 24%. Nope. 73, I think. Oh.
Yeah, so no. Yeah, you hit it. It's just
Well,
it's just you're not gonna be able to break it. It's very, very tough.
you tried, my dear. We should probably head back. Ruzia, keep talking.
Follow the sound of my voice. Follow.
I will follow my lady of Apollo, and he goes back out if he can find her. If he can get out.
Yeah, you guys can definitely get out. When you step out of the room, the others probably immediately notice that you how old are you?
I was 19.
17.
Okay. All right, yeah. So you definitely have aged maybe almost 10 years. You can see cracks in your face, and you definitely look different. You matured in the time that you were in there. Yeah, roughly 10 years. So
Oh
you
my.
want to interpret that?
Are
My
you
armor-
feeling okay?
My armor doesn't seem to fit the same.
No pot belly.
Well,
He was at 27.
I was 17, so I mean, technically she
Yeah.
would have rounded out.
Yeah.
Have they changed physically like that, or is it just
Oh, yeah.
just the look on their face? I mean, as far as
No, they they aged. I mean, you're basically your body aged. So yeah, if you were not fully developed, then you are now fully developed. Yeah.
Well, maybe now
For
I can
sure.
grow a beard to rival Manitox.
Yeah, maybe you've got a little bit of beard going.
you two
But yeah, they
should
definitely
not
look
go back
older,
in that
yeah.
room.
Yes. I think none of us should go into that room.
So I will not enter that darkness. No.
You are a wiser man than I. Yeah, I'm not going to go back in there. So,
Again, I'm going.
I guess
Yeah, I
we go
can't
to the main doors and continue on that way.
Yes. Let us do that, and Ruzea will close that darkness door.
Okay, you're gonna close it up. Let me just do a quick check here. So you. Okay, no, we're good. All right, yeah. So you close the door. It closes up. No longer is it open. Lost my screen. There we go. Yeah.
Witches
So
in
you.
their strange, dark aging rooms.
I don't think. Well, I mean, your character can think whatever they want. I don't think the clergy are witches. I just think witches worship this god.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So you've got as far as exploration wise, you only have this double door in front of you now. if you want to continue to explore.
Well, if you two are filling up to it, if you don't need a nap or anything, we could continue on.
I mean, you won't get carded anymore.
I think I can handle the next door. I mean, I think.
Okay.
Lexi is she's a bit shocked actually, I think, and she's going to say a silent prayer to Artemis and ask the god for her youth back. She feels like now she's wasted her youth in this blasted cave.
Yeah, you definitely wasted your youth.
And then she'll be ready to move on.
Maybe a room of de-aging lies ahead somewhere.
Maybe. Yeah, this double door is actually stuck, so it will require a test of strength to open.
Manatok, lend me your arm again, please.
Yep, he'll help out.
And this time I rolled a 6.
Yeah, so I mean, once again, you can get it open, but it takes like several like shoulders into it, and banging it open. Definitely not the most subtle thing in the world. You can see that when it opens up, your torchlight or lantern light shines down. Actually, it probably doesn't go quite that far, but it shines down into the hall where you can see it reflecting off. Again, you have that kind of stepped stairway. It's like plateaus and it drops and then plateaus. And you can see that it opens up into a large space beyond. And once again, when you open this up, you really feel that like wind blowing, like there's some kind of like a more of an airflow, with all these doors open. The two, because you never close the other double door either. So you can definitely feel the wind kind of blow past you. And of course, the lantern is fine. I mean, it wouldn't even be enough to put a torch probably, but you can definitely feel the wind. And the kind of you smell like a combination of like the air coming through is clearly like now it's being vented, so it's like fresh air, but you can feel it. It's picking up the dank air from the space that it probably sat in for a long time before it got kind of vented out. So you're kind of smelling this almost like a rotten kind of moist, like decrepit old smell, like mildewy kind of feel. As you kind of open the space and look in and down into it.
Yeah, Rosea will kind of pull her shield up a little bit, and she has the torch in her, what would be her sword hand, and she'll kind of start leading the way a little bit.
Real quick, Daniel, does it smell, since I am a mortician, does it smell like death? Do I get any kind of smell like that?
Yes. Definitely.
Okay.
Does it smell like old shoes, as I am a cobbler?
Not so much like old shoes, but definitely like death.
I'm going to put my hand on Rosea's arm, and I'll say, "Caution, dear lady, I'd hate for you to foolishly step into something as I have done twice now. So there is death here. I can smell it. I work with it all the time."
Rosea will stop with that, and she'll take a moment to concentrate and use her sense evil to see if anything 60 feet around her is evil.
No, nothing within 60 feet of you. The hallway's longer than 60 feet in any case.
All right, so yeah, she'll continue along the way then.
Okay, so you guys are still in that same marching order, except for the dead people. There's
Right,
still one
except for
henchman
Bob.
left. For Bob, only Bob died. Lexi Hench, that's his name, is Daryl.
Daryl, yes. This is my brother Larry, my other brother Larry.
Yep.
Am I the only dude?
Is Daryl a red shirt as well?
I think all their last names are red.
Right, exactly. They're from the red shirt family. All right, yeah. So you start to move down, and of course, more and more is revealed as you enter into the space.
We're gonna have to tell them.
When you get in about so that your torch is just at the edge here, where the torchlight or the lantern is starting to light the space, you can see again lots of these holes in the floor and kind of wind blowing through, and you hear Though it's hard to really tell exactly where it's coming from because it's a bit echoey in here. It's a large space, clearly. You hear a voice, a deep and gruff voice, and it says, "Oh, good. Normally I have to go and bring my food back, but you came right here. You might as well just step right up. I am awful hungry. I can smell you all there."
Can Rizea is gonna kind of lob the torch ahead to light up the area.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. I mean, you're kind of near the back of. No, you're right at the front of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you definitely can do it. You could probably throw it 30 feet, I guess. So you can, let's see.
Yeah, she's just gonna kind of lob it underhanded because she doesn't want it to go out when it hits.
Yeah, but yeah, go ahead. I was giving you the benefits, being that you're a paladin and all that. I'll let it not go out. The gods are in your favor right now, anyways. Yeah, the torch goes over there. And when you do that, let's see. Yeah, out of the darkness, you feel the wind. I'm giving it a surprise because it's coming from the dark. This thing swoops out and attacks you. In theory, if I can find my sheet, anyways. Let's see. It's gonna just do it like this.
Is it evil?
Okay. Do you want to spend your turn? You want to spend time concentrating? See if
No,
it's
no.
evil?
I'm asking if it's evil because if it's attacking me, I get a +1. That's all.
Oh yeah, indeed. To your AC, you're saying you get +1. Hold on, let me get all these dice here. So I'm not rolling into that. Yeah, it is evil. If that, that's pretty obvious. The paladin's like, I sense evil. The rest of the party's like, yeah, no shit. Let's see. That is
Ranger has alertness, so it's -1 party chance to be surprised.
yeah. You're not actually surprised, but it's coming from the darkness, so you don't see it coming. And I gave it a, but yes, I factored that in. That's why you weren't initially surprised. It's not getting a full round of attack. It's doing a swoop out of the darkness. Let's see. Hold on, I'm looking for its attacks. Sorry. So it rolled there, and you got 1. Okay, so it hits AC 4. What's your AC? Oh, hold on, no, it hits AC 3, but you have a better. Hold on, I did that backwards. It hits AC 3. That's how I should do it. Yeah, it's AC 3.
With my +1 bonus from it being evil, my AC is exactly 3.
Okay, yes, I hit you. Yeah, because if
My
I subtract
melee,
it from it, then it gets
anyway.
confusing. Okay, perfect. It's going to swoop down. It's just going to make 1 attack and then just fly off. Okay, it doesn't do that much damage anyways. 3 points of damage. You feel this thing rip into you. So everybody kind of saw it. It's about because it flew into the light clearly. This thing's like maybe 5 foot at the shoulder. It's I mean, you would know what a lion is. It kind of looks like a lion, except it has large wings and a huge tail, with a stinger on it, and it flies off into the darkness after it cuts the paladin. And now we're going to go into actually true initiative. So everybody can just tell me what they want to do, and we'll adjudicate from there. So I'm just going to go down the line here, if I can do this without messing up again. Lexi, what do you want to do? Creature flew off in the darkness. Missile? Okay. Tobias?
Melee.
Okay. Mantalk?
Is it like, I mean, it's just normal darkness? I mean, it's not, we don't get any permeation of it being something magical darkness, right?
No, it looks like normal darkness because you threw that torch out there and it lit it up. The creature's currently out of your sight, but yeah.
I got you. He'll just, sword melee.
Okay. And how about Rizua?
Melee as well.
Okay.
Rizea.
I mean, it's out of range for a melee, but I guess if it comes at any of you that it wants to do melee, then we'll factor that in. All right, let's roll initiative. I guess you're right up front there, Crystal, so I'll let you roll it.
All right.
It got a 3.
We got a 6.
Okay. You don't see it. You know, I mean, it's in the darkness. You can shoot your arrows into the darkness if you want. You'll be -4 to hit.
I just want to say that I'm
Lexi.
gonna put my lantern down and grip my
Okay.
quarterstaff in both hands. Just that'll be my turn then.
To get the benefit of the. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that in the first phase.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Was
good-
it-
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. With my turn, then let's see. The advanced combat. I can't remember where it's at, but isn't there something where you can like ready yourself an attack and get a higher DR for a little while or something?
I have no idea. If you don't know the rule, then you can't use it.
Okay,
As
I'm
I always
sorry.
say with advanced combat, if you know what
I'm
it
look-
is, then just tell me what it is. I'm not going to look it up. So Lexi, you can shoot in the dark if you want, but you're -4 to hit.
Dodge. I
Right,
can
but that would have
forfeit
been your
my-
action. You would have had to have said that in the beginning, which you did not do, because you forfeit your attack by doing that. Right? Is that not true?
I don't have my book close by. I
It
can
says
look it
forfeit
up.
your any attack, so
Yeah,
okay,
exactly. So you choose to do it instead of attacking.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. What page is it on? I don't want to.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Make
255.
it
It
unfair to
does
you.
say
but
I
I don't wanna-
forfeit any attack. It does say I forfeit any attack, but I thought since I can't do melee, but that's
Yeah. Yeah, well, exactly. You could choose to do it, I suppose. But that just means if it swoops down at you, that's what it's doing. You can't just turn and go, oh, I'm going to attack it now. You can switch it. If it doesn't attack you in the first phase, you can switch it anyways. Anyways, I'm rolling. Sorry, I'm rolling at some points. Before I forget. Okay. So did you want to shoot at it, Lexi? It's in the dark.
Yeah, what did you say? I
-4.
-4. Oh, I missed 20. That's a natural 20 then.
Natural 20. Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so why is my 0 key not working? There we go. Okay. If you rolled natural 20, then roll a d6 to see what
I
the.
rolled Roll the 1.
Okay, so that's you're a fighter, so that's just +1 damage, unfortunately. No, +2 damage. So roll your damage +2.
So it's going to be 7 damage total.
Oh wow, nice. That's a great shot. You hear this thing scream out as you hit it in the dark. It's probably thinking, "What the?" Was that both shots? You just hit it once?
Yeah, that was both shots. I missed the first.
All right. Okay. Well, I mean, you obviously look like the most dangerous person, so it swoops down and lands in front of you, and it's about to go house on you. Of course, that's good for everybody else. It's about to try to tear you up. It's gonna try anyways.
That
Let's
is
see if I
about to
can
go
find it.
medieval on your ass.
Yeah, it's about to get medieval. All right, here we go. What's your AC so I can look up what it needs? 5. Okay. This is the glorious time where you to die a magical death. All right, claw. Misses. Oh, nice. Claw. Hits. Bite. Misses. Holy crap. This is a deadly one. Sting. Misses. Oh my god. You are the luckiest person ever, Ken. All right. 3 points of damage. It only hit you with 1 claw. Man, it was overly cocky. That's for damn sure. It landed in front of you and scratch. So everybody that's planning on doing melee can swing at this thing now, except for Crystal, who switched to dodge.
Okay.
Because you said that you were going to switch, so I said that's what'll happen. Unless it attacks you.
I thought you said I had to give up my attacks, and I didn't. So
You did. I said you'll
Okay,
switch to
All right, that's fine.
Okay,
I
stop talking. Stop talking. I will explain, and then we can. If you feel like I'm misjudging it, then I'll turn it back. You said you wanted to do it. I said that's fine, but you'll have to do it in the second phase. If it attacks you the first round, then you'll have to stick with what you chose, which it did not do, which means you switched.
Okay.
That's basically So once you choose. That's kind of the point of it. But everybody else who stayed melee can do it, which is basically minor talk.
And
I
I
guess,
guess class 0 for 6.
Yep, that hits. And also our illusionist if you want to. Because you switched up for you put the layer down first round, you can still attack second phase rather.
Yeah,
You can still
I'll give
attack
it a
if you want.
stab. Armor class 4 for 4.
That hits. Wow. This might be actually. You might do pretty well here. Okay. Now, Crystal. Let's go into the next round. But first, everybody's gonna state their actions. Lexi, what do you want to do? This thing's right in front of you.
Missile.
I can't believe it didn't kill you. Tobias.
Melee.
Manituk.
The same melee.
Rosea.
Melee.
Rosea. Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative. Crystal.
1.
Oh, jeez. You know what though? It also rolled a 1. What's your dex?
My dex is a 15.
You go first. So, in order, missile first. So I guess you'll have to step back though if you want to use missile because it was on you. So you'll have to go second phase, unfortunately, if you want to do that kind of. Because you're closer than 6 feet. So we're gonna go through the.
Wait. Mastery though, it says point blank.
Right, 6 feet is point blank.
Okay.
Hey.
Normally you can't shoot with a bow that close.
Am
Am I wrong about that?
Yep, you're right. I see it.
Okay. Can you what? Go.
I just wanted to let Kenneth know if he could, like, 255 double arrow shot.
Don't use stuff unless you know what it is, guys. Go by us. Go ahead, make your melee attack. I don't want to adjudicate rules I don't know unless the person that's using it knows the rule well enough. Go ahead, goodbyes. Melee.
Alrighty. Ooh, yeah. Armor class 3
That hits.
for 6.
Oh, God. Wow. Man, you guys are killing this thing. Manituk.
Yep, he'll take his 2 sword strikes at it.
Oh, crap. All right. I think you guys might kill this thing.
Oh man,
Really
both of them
easily.
are going to hit. Armor class 0 and armor class 2, I hope.
Nice.
Let's see, 5 and 6. So 11 damage total with both
Oh,
strikes.
man. All right, Rosea, take it home. This thing is very hurt.
That one.
Hold on, you just get 1 attack? Shouldn't you get... Oh, you didn't get attack last round.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
That's okay, though. Yeah, it doesn't matter, though, because that's not how I do it. So you can get 2 attacks. Because I don't want
Oh,
to
I
have to
can?
worry about... Well, you're using a mastered weapon, right?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
you can
So
do
then
it.
my second one should hit armor class 1.
Yes, absolutely. Damage.
3 points of damage.
3?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Are you stabbing at this thing? It's just barely standing? Lexi.
All right. Missed on that one. I missed on both.
Oh, God.
You know, I still have my my guard though.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Oh, actually, let's make a morale check for him. This thing is scary as fuck. What does it say as morale is?
Oh,
Roll a 10. Let me get back to it.
9.
9, yeah.
Oh.
Morale's 9.
Now, you turn, you see a pea, like a puddle of pee on the ground, and he's gone.
Okay.
All right. Well, everybody here has done massive amounts of damage to this thing, so it's pretty pissed off. So I'm going to have everybody roll d20, and whoever gets to the lowest number is who is going to attack.
16.
11.
13.
10.
Oh, no.
13, you said, Lexi? All right. So, all right, Paladin. This is it. This is your time to stand against the creature. Oh, no, that's going to hit you. Your AC is 3, right? Because it's evil?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so it needs a 11 to hit you. So it hits
Oh,
with the
great.
claw. Well, it missed. It needed less to hit the other. Ken's character and missed every time. Although it just hit both with claws. Missed with the bite. Missed with the sting. So 2 claws. That's not too bad. Let me just see if it does it. 4, 2, 6 points.
Ow.
If it hits with both, nope, no special rule for that. So it does not do any extra damage. So it's coming to the next round. This thing looks. Actually, I should roll its morale. Although I'm not going to bother. It knows that it's going to die if it tries to run, so it's just going to fight. because if you hit it one more time, it's probably dead. So you could tell this thing is on its last legs and it's vicious. So, Lexi, what would you like to do?
Missile.
Goliath,
Melee.
Mantok,
Yep, melee.
Marcia.
Melee.
All right, let's do it, Crystal.
3.
Initiative. It got a 2.
I got a 3.
Go ahead. All right, I will go backwards and let you redeem it. You go first.
Okay. That's I probably miss. I hit armor class 6.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. I bounce off its hide.
Yeah, its AC is 4. Yeah, yeah. You hit its thick hide and it doesn't go through. All right, we're going backwards. So Mantok.
Oh god, I rolled a 2 on the dice, so I missed pretty bad.
Oh God.
Huh.
Goodbye, illusionist. Are you gonna melee this thing to death?
Oh no, that's armor class 8.
All right.
Nope.
All right. Kenneth,
Come
bring
on,
it home with it.
All right, I looked up double arrow shot, so I will try that with my first attack.
Okay.
Basically, that negates my bonus to attack. So. And I rolled a 12, so that's AC 7.
Nope.
Nope, doesn't hit. And do
Oh,
you
my
lose your other attack? You can still make 2 attacks.
I don't think I do lose it. Let's see. One attack roll was made. If a miss, both arrows miss. This maneuver can be used but once per round. It doesn't say I lose my second attack. I guess that's your
Okay.
call.
No. I mean, if it doesn't say it, it says the maneuver can be used once.
Yeah,
That's what it
once
says?
per round. Yep.
Yeah. Then
It's 18 on the dice.
Yep.
That's gonna.
that's gonna hit for
8-1.
sure. Yeah.
So that's gonna be 6 damage.
How much?
6.
Yeah. Boom. That kills it. So you try to do a sexy double arrow thing and miss. So then you revert back to normal shooting and land an arrow straight into the side of this thing, and it the tail is like, and then it collapses to the side, and you can just hear its like last kind of breath coming out of its mouth, and as the torch starts to sputter out that you threw on the ground at the beginning of the combat like 12 seconds ago. Yeah, the Manicore is dead. Yeah.
My archery trainer always told me that double arrow thing was for a higher skilled person, but I just didn't believe him. But I guess he was right.
Nice. Yeah, so it's dead. I mean, you're looking in this room. I mean, this is all you can see. You can hear, again, the wind kind of blowing through. You can see some larger holes in the ground, and if you were to walk up to any of them, you could see that actually the one that you can see right here. Oh, I can't click on it. The bigger one in the center. It's pretty clear that's where the thing came from, or could come from anyways. It's big enough that it could fit through. It's almost like 15 feet wide, and when you look down it, it's not a direct drop. It's kind of like at a steep angle, but still an angle nonetheless. So you think it's climbable, and you can actually feel the air coming up, so you know that it goes outside. I mean, you can't tell if it like how far away the outside is because, of course, it's dark outside, so you can't like see, like a glimmer of light or anything like that. And as you're kind of looking around that general area, and do you want to explore the whole room, or are you just going to stay where you are?
We'll take a look around the room.
Might as well.
Okay, you see clearly lots and lots of bones from humans, and clearly this thing was capturing humans and bringing them back here to eat. You can see like, I guess, remnants of like small amounts of stuff. Like you might see like a few like backpacks and that kind of stuff. Like maybe that was on a person that was that got taken. But it doesn't look like the Manicore is not that interested in like treasure, right? So it didn't. You don't see like any treasure chests or whatever, but you definitely see a decent amount of like coinage just kind of laying scattered across the ground. Lots of electrum. pieces. And you also see the stairs going up into what is clearly some kind of other room here. And there's a door there, and it is closed.
Is there other carvings or anything like that on the door like the other
Yeah.
rooms?
Yep, there's one very large spider on the door. And when I say there's Electrum here, I should probably, maybe I might have just brushed that over that really easy. I mean, I just know it's a one shot, so you don't care, but there's a lot of Electrum here. Like, a lot. Like, a lot. Like, thousands of Electrum pieces scattered across the ground. I mean, it'll take a little while to scoop it all up if you want, but you can see that there's definitely a lot of Electrum here.
Yeah, Manitok could go up to that door, you know, and is it a real heavy set door like the some of the others?
It's actually, no, it's actually, when you come and look at it, it's strangely, like, new looking. I mean, you would imagine from anything that you might know about a mana card that that it would not be polishing this door, but this door looks like it's like attended to and polished, and it's kind of, it's bronze, but it's kind of delicate looking. Like, it's a little bit wider than a normal door, but you can tell that it's like very, very fine.
Before we go in there, anything, is anyone other than myself hurt, or was I the only one? Or
I'm down 5.
all right, then then Rizea is gonna step up to you and say, "Ah, your wounds are fairly grievous. Here, perhaps Apollo can lay a blessing upon you, and she'll restore you for 2 hit points using healing hands."
Thank
Yeah,
you, Rizal.
whenever they're ready, Manitok will open the door, you know, whenever they're all ready for
Okay, yeah, you're gonna go in this door. All right, so when you open this door, you actually get this like this breath of kind of like fresh air. Your torch kind of or yeah, you have a torch, right? No, you don't have anything now because you threw it on the ground.
I don't have
guess,
any type of light
yeah.
source.
So is whoever's up there with you? I'm assuming. Should I assume Tobias is there, or am I putting words?
No, I would have picked my lantern back up and wander on up there with him.
Okay, so yeah, as the lantern fills the space, as the lantern fills the space, you can see it's this rounded room. In the room itself is, and this is probably pretty strange. Well, there's a lot of things that are strange about this, but this is pretty strange. You can actually see, you smell the like almost like fresh incense that's been burnt, and you can see there's like these like very heavy, beautiful velvet draperies all over the walls, and in the center of the room there's like these large velvet pillows, you know, kind of strewn out amongst the room, and the room itself looks, everywhere else that you looked, all the stuff looked kind of decrepit and faded and everything. Everything here, like with your first glimpse of it, it looks like it's basically like untouched and brand new, and you actually see for like one like split second you think it might even be a statue because it's so still, but you see another spider. It's quite large, and it is in fact it looks, you know, looks like a spider, but as you're looking at it, like where the spider's mandibles and stuff should be, there's a face of a man, and it's kind of just staring. And then there's like a split second goes by as you're taking the room in, and it kind of blinks its eyes a couple times, and it looks at you, and it says, with a very kind of old dialect, it's speaking the common tongue, so you understand it, but a very old dialect. It says, "Who comes to worship at the temple?"
Manitok will look at it and go, "I am Manitok of the sea."
Do you bring donations for the goddess?
Sure, sure I do. And he'll break off one of those like shark teeth or whatever he has on the necklace around his neck and throw it towards it.
Okay. What's Goodbye's doing since you're also standing right there?
Is she paying attention only to Manitalk, or is she looking at him?
I mean, you're both
Otherwise
standing in the doorway. It's kind of looking in that direction, you know.
You say, yes, I am Gobias of Cromarium, my lady? Sir? He has this man's face, right?
It's a man's face. He's got a goatee.
He says, my good sir, then, yes. And he will put a couple of, like, he has a couple of just copper pieces, and he'll put them
Okay.
at the ground, on the ground.
Okay. So you do that, and this thing kind of like starts to stand, because it's basically sitting on pillows. And it kind of like stretches itself up, and it kind of extends its head out a little bit. And it's looking around, and it says, I smell foul air. Tell me the temple has not gone to ruin. Are you here to restore it?
No, the temple is in bad conditions in several areas.
What year is it? Just in case you don't know, it's the year. The year is 876. That is actually the year. If you want to tell the truth.
Manitalk could tell him.
He kind of like crunches his eyebrows. Huh. And he looks around and I'm alone. Are you here to rebuild the temple to our goddess? You guys, by the way, standing out in the other space would hear this going on. If you're going to walk up to the doorway or whatever, that's up to you.
Yeah, I want to concentrate on it and do my sense evil.
Okay, you'll have to kind of get in the doorway to do that because it's through the wall.
That's fine.
I don't think you can really see it. Yeah, so you step out in front, and as soon as you step out, it says the same thing to you. Have you brought donations for the goddess?
I am a worshiper of Apollo. I came here due to there being evil within this temple. And we have slain the evil that lays in this temple.
I see. No, it doesn't seem evil to you. Yeah.
Okay, if you allowed the for the gold that, because I did a quick pack, so I rolled for gold. So
Yeah,
she'll just take one gold out of her pocket, and she'll say, "Though I worship Apollo, I will pay respects unto your goddess." And she will toss a coin to him.
Mm-hmm. Excellent, excellent. Are you here to rebuild the temple?
As I said, I am a worshiper of Apollo, so I'm not here to rebuild this temple.
He kind of shakes his head.
Others have tried to come before, but this place that you live is quite remote. They often do not make it. Of course, perhaps the evil that was here also took them, but we have slain it now.
I see.
If you would like, I could deliver a message to another temple of your people to come and rebuild this place.
Excellent.
Is there any specific thing you would like me to say to them?
Just let them know that the temple is being rebuilt, and I will work on it immediately.
Indeed.
It kind of relaxes back down on the pillows again, and it says, I have been here a long time. I suppose I could stay here longer. The followers will come.
Yes, now that
But
we have
please,
killed the evil, yes, they will come.
yes, yes, you're quite proud of yourself.
I
It
mean,
is
it's quite
all in
funny.
it is all in a day's work for a follower of Apollo.
Indeed, those of us who serve the gods must help all.
Yes.
I do not have much to offer, but if you would stay here in my sanctuary, you would be safe if you need to rest.
I
He kind
have.
of sees.
Oh,
He can see that you're injured, and he says, "I could help you." And he kind of like tilts his head, and you can see he's looking at the injury that you have.
that would be appreciative. But before you would help me, my friends here earlier, they were affected by some kind of magic. They have aged due to it. Do you believe you could help them restore them to their rightful age?
This I cannot do. It seems they must have entered into the test room. For when one ponders wealth over spirituality, they age quickly.
I see. There is much wisdom in this place.
Indeed.
Uh,
Yeah. So he would invite you in if you want to go into the space. I guess eventually, if Lexi shows herself, he'll say the same thing about it, whether or not you're here to, or if you brought gifts for the goddess.
She's gonna stay outside the door.
Okay. So you want to stay hidden?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. He doesn't call out to you or anything. He offers again if people want to come in that he could heal it if you want to spend the night.
Yeah, Rizea will come in and spend time in this place.
Okay. Yeah.
She probably feels that it is a holy place, especially since he is here and obviously long lived.
Yeah, he's able to heal, do like a cure spell on you for 6 points of damage.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, if anybody, he doesn't have really anything. I mean, he's a spider. I mean, he has treasure and stuff, but you're not going to get that unless you kill him. But he would offer, the sanctuary if you want to rest before you head back.
Oh yeah, I would want to rest. Yeah.
Yep,
I'm not hurt,
Minotaur
but-
would take it up on him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you go into the space, you actually realize that it takes a second probably to kick in, that it's actually, I mean, it's not warm in there per se, but it's considerably warmer than outside. Like, it's actually comfortable. Yeah, if you go in, Lexi's going to sleep out in the cave, I guess. You're staying
Yep.
hidden.
Nope, she's gonna stay
Okay.
out there.
All right. Let's see what happens. Roll a d6, kind of.
3.
Okay.
3. Did you hear me?
Oh my god, that's perfect. Okay. I mean, it's terrible, but it's actually perfect.
I know.
Yeah. So everybody goes inside and then they're resting or whatever. You're staying out in the cold, Lexi. Actually, let's see if you take one off being surprised, I suppose. But yeah, no, you're not surprised at all. You hear some sound of things scurrying across the floor. Of course, you're in total darkness. So maybe you take some time to light a lantern. I don't know exactly what you would do, but you can tell there's something running around in there.
I do have a torch.
Yeah, so you're lighting up a torch.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So as you're lighting up a torch, out of the darkness, you are attacked. You feel a cold claw dig into you. Well, maybe only if it hits you. I suppose it might. With the way I'm rolling for the monsters, it might not dig into you at all. You feel a cold claw swing wildly in the air. Let's see. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. How many? Oh wow. Oh wow.
There.
Okay.
Oops.
Ooh. All right. That hits. That misses. Oh. And that's gonna hit you. Okay. Why does it say? Often they look like da 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 da. Oh. 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 That's what that is, I guess. No. Why is that? Make a death save, anyways, because you'll need to do that for sure.
Let's see. Let's do that. Oh, well, I rolled a 1, so.
Okay. All right. So then I won't bother rolling anymore. So you hear some scurrying in the darkness, and you get up and you're flint and steel, getting your torch going, and you feel this incredibly cold hand hit you and cut into you, and you all of a sudden your body just starts to lock up, like it's almost like you have cramps everywhere, and you just can't at all move, and you fall to your side, and in the darkness you can't even see what it is, but there's something just tearing you to pieces, and you can't even, you're paralyzed, so you can't even scream out. So instead of spending a bunch of time rolling, because you're paralyzed for 2d4 turns, so it definitely is going to kill you. When the party leaves in the morning. Oh, did you leave Daryl out there with you?
Ran
Oh no,
away,
he
remember?
left. He ran. So Daryl's definitely dead, because there's no way Daryl's making it home alive. So yeah, so when the party wakes in the morning, fully refreshed, you can actually, if you are hurt anymore, Crystal, if that didn't heal you, you can heal a hit die.
You know how much?
1 hit die.
Okay.
Yep, because you got a regular full rest.
All right. Yeah.
Plus any
Back
constitution
up to
bonus.
full now.
Yeah, so you feel a bit refreshed and whatever, and you guys open the door, and maybe you light up your lantern, obviously. Inside the room with the spider, even though, and you obviously realize it, especially because you have magic users and stuff in the party, but it's almost weird. It takes a second. Like when you go in the room and you the door closes, you like turn off the lantern, and like you can still kind of see, like strangely. It's not like it's lit in there, but you can just kind of see in there. But when you open the door back up again, you can feel the cold air outside again, and it's dark, and you have to light your lantern. And when you do, you look down and you see just spread across the stone floor the remains of Lexi. And you see just scratches in the floor caused by something, which you don't see, of course. And the Spider-Man says to you, he says, I thank you for letting them know at the temple that we open again. I'm sure followers will come. It is the way. And then it goes and sits back down on its velvet cushions. And if you leave and close the door, you're kind of standing out there. I don't know if you want to say anything to it about Lexi.
Well, before Rosea goes out to see Lexi, she's going to like humbly, bow to the spider and thank him for his generosity and allowing them to stay there, and everything, and yes, does promise to tell the followers, and hopefully more will come.
Excellent.
And then she'll step out and see Lexi, and just kind of like, oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
The beast must have come back alive and took her out.
Yeah.
Is the Manticore's body still on the floor?
Yep, it is. Actually, the Manticore's body has big chunks missing from it as well.
Something else. Sense evil?
No, we don't sense evil.
I sense nothing evil.
I mean, it doesn't. If something evil came and isn't there anymore, you wouldn't sense it. I mean, it would only be
Right. Yeah.
Just so that we're, as I'm interpreting it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, just there. Yeah, she was.
No,
I
just didn't want you to.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
I understand if it was something neutral in the darkness, or if it just has left. Yeah.
Whatever it was, come during the night and surprised her, evidently.
Poor Lexi. She should have come inside with us.
Yes, that was a very nice Spider-Man.
Just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yes,
Indeed.
suggest-
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Ah,
I suppose we should leave before whatever. I hate to do this, but I don't know if there's enough body left to take her back with us.
yes. Well, I'll offer up I'm gonna, like, before we go, I'll just offer up a prayer to Apollo, like, basically for her spirit, and maybe also say a quick prayer to Artemis, even if I don't know any kind of like words for Artemis, because I know she worshipped Artemis, so out of respect.
Yeah. 100%. Excellent. You can definitely do that. Yeah, there's probably, I mean, you could probably take something back that was maybe symbolic of Lexi. Like, I don't know, did Lexi have something like a necklace or something, or that maybe would be brought back to the family? Kenneth?
Nothing really.
Yeah. Lexi's a loner, like all
Yep.
D&D characters. No family, no attachments.
Yeah,
I'll take her bow
yeah.
back to her family. No, I can't use it. I would take it for her family. That's probably her, as a ranger,
Well,
that was probably her thing.
even if we did take her body back, I mean, it's now so aged, they probably wouldn't believe it was, Lexi.
Yes. At 27, she's unrecognizable.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
no, I'm just saying when she left home, she was like, 17.
Yes.
So they wouldn't be like, oh, well, I mean, like, this person's obviously much older.
Yeah, it's Lexi's mom.
Yeah.
All right. Any final words as you leave the now cleared temple?
Rizaya looks off in the distance and just thinks to herself, damn, I wish we had got that last creature.
And I'm
Oh
thinking,
man,
oh, go ahead.
I'll go ahead, Nikki.
No, I was just thinking, I really wish I could have read what was in that library. Poor Bob.
Poor
Yeah,
Bob.
Manitalk, all he'll do is he'll go with Rosea and them and contact, followers of that uh, deity and, get them to go back and see if they'll help restore that temple for him.
Yep,
Like we said we would.
I would do that. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. You guys head back. It's cold, but just like on your way there, you don't see much, as far as wildlife, or whatever. And yeah, you slay the Manicore, and the temple will probably not be the home of the foul beasts anymore, because it is now being restored by the spider cleric, Spider Man, who lives in the temple. So yeah, thanks very much, guys. I will stop this here.